are live.
We are live. We are live.
Hey, everybody.
And on time again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are truly spoiling everybody, aren't we?
We really got to be at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
So,
I mean, we are a big deal.
Do you guys feel spoiled? Because you should feel spoiled.
yes. Because also we primarily just love to love you all and welcome everybody once again Thursday night. Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Frack Paddy Wack, the king is all here. You are here too, and we love you for it. So share, like.
Not to interrupt you, buddy, but you know what's fun? We now have subtitles down in the corner of our show.
Oh, we do.
This is great. This is going to
awesome.
Be I want to watch them slur throughout the night.
Oh, this is going to be... Well, I believe you can turn that option off if you're watching, so you can hit the CC button, I believe. So I'm going to talk too fast for the...
I don't see subtitles, so...
It's on Facebook, haha, but you know what
I'm on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. I don't see it.
You have to have that option clicked on there. So, but anyways, yeah, so you can subtitle if you like. Again, we don't have SAP for español, sorry. But the episode is called Habla español, question marks, front and back.
Oh, wow.
So, yes. But once again, you can follow us here at our handles, as you can see. I'm so excited. We're going live left and right. You know what? I'm gonna let Wack take it away from here. So
yeah, so we're super excited tonight because our wonderful sponsors have stepped up and put us in a place to where we're streaming to multiple platforms at once. So we're very, very, very excited. Erica, do you want to thank our sponsors real quick?
Oh man, drink already? Come on.
Already.
And tonight I'm drinking a German beer.
Hey, it's not your turn.
No kidding. Like, shut up.
No. I'm saying for starters. This is not for the drink of the night. This is just...
It's not your turn. Quiet.
Stay on target.
So, Dr. Michael Stratton of Lakeland's Health and Family Chiropractic here in Lakeland, Florida, we really appreciate your sponsorship. And also, Miss Kelly Snow, I'll go ahead and show you that I am drinking yet another Starbucks drink tonight. So I love you. We're thinking about you, and we love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you guys for letting us be able to step up our level and be on multiple platforms at once without Carlos having to run from one room to room. And I meant Frack, so I'll drink.
Toast. That's twice. Thank you.
It is 2 on the open. We didn't have enough pregame. That's the problem. All right, so tonight's segment.
Smoky.
Moving into tonight's segments, we've got Frick has the Would You Rather, Wack. I have trending topics and the meme of the week. Patty has This Day in History. And Frack has the movie and music recommendation. And then I believe he's also going back through and looks like the make a drink section is some wine. All right. Excited for that. Our guest for the night is our friend Melissa Garr, joining us from... Where's she from?
Lakeland.
Lakeland. So far away.
Drive down the road a piece, hit a couple curves.
Technically, she's from Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, lives here locally.
And then, of course, we'll tell you a little bit later about our niches of business and some things that are going on throughout the world in our niches. And we close it out with a closing quote. But before we end the night, we do have a couple games that we're going to play. Before we end the night, we do have a couple
we are going to play You Decide and Would You Rather. We are going to play, and on those games, you get 2 choices. If you're the only one that chooses your choice, I guess.
I love you.
And if we all choose the same choice, then we drink together socially.
Boom. Going back just a little bit, actually, no, and hashtag of the night. Frick.
I'm sticking with trying to brand ourselves with FFPW20. And as you well know, if we splurge with the government names, we are going to drink.
Democrat or Republican? Oh, no. Got it.
That's a government name.
Our personal names, as I've already done twice in this show because I'm just ready to drink. Hopefully you guys are too. Welcome to Thursday night. We are going to have fun. Later on, we're going to pull up our segments list as well and have you get a chance to chime in because we forgot. We have a whole bunch of segments we haven't touched on, and we don't want the show to get boring for you. So.
That is very true.
Along, it looks like we are actually a little bit early, which is good because we have a couple extra little pieces in here. So, Frick, take it away on Would You Rather.
All right. Would you rather look at your mom's search history or your dad's search history?
Oh,
on their devices, computers, phones, whatever. Frack.
This is a terrible
I
idea.
would rather my father's because he rarely ever searches for anything, so I'll keep it like that. Thank you,
Patty.
Dad, for not looking at anything.
Patty.
Well, I don't know too much about my mom, and I doubt that she owns.
Pick my mom.
Okay.
My mom's search history or your dad's. How about that?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Hey, married people, get on in this one.
Well, I've seen my dad's search history, so I'm gonna go with your mom's just because I know she likes Christmas, so maybe there's some Christmas gift hints in there.
I would probably get. That's a tough one. I'd probably just go with dad's search history, just because it would probably be
More
some random
entertaining.
hot girls here and there, the stock market, and then a whole bunch of sports. However,
Alaska.
Alaska, shopping for land in Alaska. Mom would top the cake though, doing Christmas stuff. So it's a big toss up. I'd probably go with dad's though, just because she's gonna look at mom, so that works out.
Cover both bases.
Yeah, why not?
So my parents would be, depends on my mood. Do I want to look at houses and floor plans and do-it-yourself stuff? So looking at my mom's, or do I want to nerd out and look at computer crap? So it doesn't bother me. All right, question number 2. We've kind of done this one before, but I changed it a little bit. Would you rather date the hottest person in the world but not be able to have sex with them, or date an ugly person that you can't have sex with? Frack.
And I'm going to stick with my I'm going to stick with my answer that I said last time when we were doing this. I think majority of people are already doing the second option. So that's pretty cruel.
Just saying.
But I mean, what's the definition of ugly? I mean, that's why God made a dimmer switch. I'm just saying.
I mean, like, yeah.
Yes.
You didn't really explain ugly, like ugly personality, ugly face, ugly body.
Ugly everything.
Oof.
It's the hottest person in the world versus the ugliest person in the world.
It doesn't say that you can't have sex with someone else. If you're dating the hottest person in the world, you can have sex with someone else.
I like the loophole. So I'm gonna go with Patty's take on this. I like it.
Close that loophole. That's close.
Patty wins. I bow down.
Wins that one. I'm with Carlos.
Dang, man!
Come on.
Jeez! Hope you don't have to work tomorrow, dude.
All by myself.
We should sing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh yeah, Frick. You got it. Which one?
Ugly all day.
All right, everybody. It's just a group of us that refuse to give up sex. Sorry.
There's that.
There's that. I'm already needing a refill. This is stupid.
It's your fault. You keep saying our names incorrectly.
Moving along.
All right. So I guess I'm next. So for me, I try to keep it simple. Not always. I lied. So would you rather not be able to jump or not be able to sing? So Frick.
Well, if I couldn't jump, my boobs wouldn't hit me in the face. So there's that.
All right.
I guess because I don't jump often, I wouldn't need to jump.
I mean, but there goes the basketball career.
Yeah, that went out the window like 20 years ago. So.
Oh yeah.
And no, you could have like a fadeaway and like not have to really jump, like.
And she's tall; she doesn't need to jump.
Yeah, true.
Compared to us, yes. For those who may not know.
Move it along. Let's go.
All right. So would you rather be amazing at one useless thing or be kind of good at it all?
Okay, so only one person answers the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys.
Frack Paddy Wack. Frack Paddy Wack. I mean, whatever.
Hey, at least you got our names right.
It's your
Anyways.
He only wants one answer, I guess.
One answer.
All right, okay, I'm sorry. Patty.
I would. It's hard for me because I like to sing. I'm not good at it, but I like to sing. And I'm also short, so I kind of need to jump. But I'm gonna have to go with jump. I would not be able to jump.
Okay.
I don't care about Jim. You gotta let me sing. I like it.
I don't think I've ever heard you sing.
I used to a lot, and now I don't as much anymore.
Apparently, I've killed his spirit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to not be that
Caged. He's a caged
I
bird.
need to not be as serious as I am now. Lighten up just a little bit. I sing in the band a little bit more and more now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
okay,
You guys,
that's true.
You know,
It's not
six months
typically
ago
in
when
the
they
first
had
set.
practice.
You know, yeah, 6 months ago when there were shows going on throughout the country. Yeah, then. Moving on.
Okay, now next one. I'm okay. I'm safe.
I think.
I don't know. You pick.
All right. So, would you rather be amazing at one useless thing or be kind of good at a lot of things?
Frick.
Kind of good at a lot of things because I can bullshit my way through it.
All right. Yeah, that's fair enough, Patty.
Yep, kind of good at a lot of things. Because if it's useless, why be good at it?
Yeah. Why do you need to be amazing at one? Shouldn't that be
Be amazing at one.
being amazing
Awesome
at
thing?
one
Look,
incredibly useful thing?
but think about it. Some people are amazing at like a useless. Before people thought that like skateboarding is a useless thing, but you got people like Tony Hawk now and things like that, and that's
Not useless. You can like make a lot of money.
well, you can now exactly. But before, skateboarding was what? It was just a misdemeanor. I don't know what it was. But,
That was the 80s, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Almost
when I was-
40 years ago.
Oh, numbers. Ouch.
Wow.
And we're old.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for the existential crisis.
Thank you, everybody on Twitch, for tuning in. All the 20-year-olds that are watching us, like, who are these old-ass people? What are they talking about?
All right. So I guess I'm next here.
Yes.
Okay. So, would you rather shave your eyebrows off or lose your entire big toenail?
Seriously, what is wrong with you?
So she always wants to get,
I read this on Tuesday night, and I was like,
I feel like all of our questions are so boring. I wanted to make it really ridiculous.
this set, I do admit, I think they're kind of meh. So
gotta pick one, Frick.
Yeah, Frick, sorry.
Take the toenail.
Okay. Frick.
but I mean they'll grow back.
Yeah, they both will grow back.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just I guess
It's just uncomfortable with your toenail, and then everyone sees you with no eyebrows.
Okay, yeah.
And right now in today's world, I mean,
toenail.
Yeah, Frack, have you
all
not
you
seen?
all you see are people's faces. So
We
still
could
having
like
eyebrows.
draw them on you, like the.
Good.
Or you get tattooed on like Brooke does.
Yep. Hey, they're microbladed, and they're beautiful.
Patty.
You are like awful,
off.
and
I am off today. It's terrible.
it's okay. At lunch today, I kept
I
hearing
would go-
literally.
I would
Yeah.
go with the toenail because I love my eyebrows, and I would
I
not
would
want
do
to
the
shave them
toenail,
off.
but are we talking about? Do you get the pain from the removal of that?
That's what
'Cause,
Crystal
ouch.
just said. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
So that's
I didn't
my
think about
forgetting.
that. I was thinking no pain,
Listen, as long as
just
it's,
like it, no toenail.
yeah, I'm okay if it's
Now it's
painless.
gonna be weird and uncomfortable when it's growing back because it's just
Yeah,
like
it's,
half your toenail.
yeah.
But you can wrap it up. But your eyebrows, you're always surprised. You're always like, oh my gosh, I'm so
Like
sorry
I
to hear.
talk with my eyebrows, so I can't shave mine
Oh, yeah.
off.
I will.
I
I will Spanish myself up and draw those pictures.
All right.
All the cholas out there, I'm just saying, you got to market on this.
All
All right, my next one is: would you
Caterpillar
rather
is
go
bad.
on a nighttime hayride in the forest at dark? Yeah, it's nighttime, dark. Or go to a fall festival where it's like more family friendly, bobbing for apples, face painting.
with people around,
Yes, with people.
non-COVID,
Yeah, non-COVID. Both of these non-COVID.
so you can be around somebody.
We miss
Rick?
people.
So I'm thinking allergies for the hayride, and fall. I pray to God that I don't smell cinnamon because I'll throw up. Can I choose
But-
neither?
I was gonna put.
And I choose.
I was gonna put sit around a campfire and like make s'mores, but then I remembered
I can't do
you can't
smoke.
campfire, so I was like, oh, hayride.
Okay, I'll take the lesser of two evils and do fall festival because I'll probably run and hide.
I'm going for that nighttime hayride.
Nighttime hayride.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the nighttime hayride.
Just because we haven't been
Get
on
some of that pink drink right there.
Group.
What?
one.
Go, Frick. Come on, Frick. No. That's only Frick's.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
only
did she-
Frick because
Yeah, she's doing the fall festival.
Okay,
too late.
All right, what?
Be invisible or be able to fly? Frick.
Invisible.
I knew you were gonna pick that.
Pervert.
Uh-huh.
It's just like choosing to be invisible.
Would you rather be
I don't want to be invisible my entire life.
I would. I'd like go behind you and grab your booty all day. It would be great.
No one would ever
Frack.
see you, obviously.
I would
don't have
rather be able to fly, because if you're invisible, there's a thing in our brain that has depth perception and all these kind of weird things about how you walk and how you do stuff in life. So that would just be too much weirdness. Yeah, I'd rather just be able to fly.
Patty.
Anytime.
I could
If
grab
it was
your
a
butt.
selective thing, then I would like to be invisible. But if it was invisible all the time, I'd rather fly.
Right.
I would rather fly. My other one was: would you rather be able to speak to animals or hear other people's thoughts? Frick.
Thoughts all day.
Frack.
Has anybody ever watched the movie What Women Want?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's dangerous. But I'm gonna still go with the thoughts.
I'm going with
You would.
animals. I would love to like be able to communicate.
I don't want to be Dr. Doolittle.
I don't want to hear what other people think because that shit will drive you crazy.
Yep. I am. I'd rather be able to speak to animals. I would.
No, wait. Quick question on both of those.
I already speak to animals. Like actual communication.
Yeah.
Then
But
could you tell Troop to stop being a dick?
for real.
Well, I do, but he doesn't listen. So
Well,
that's why I would like to be able to communicate with animals, like where we understand each other.
This dog, y'all. This dog.
Okay, now quick question about that.
He
Is
knows, he
it,
probably does understand me, and he just, but
can you turn that on and off anytime, or is it just like if I walk by a person they talk, I hear it. It's just
Oh no.
okay,
Hadn't gotten
yeah,
that far.
yeah,
Hadn't gotten that.
that would be different.
I
yeah.
don't know. I think I'd still like it because I'd be like, how dare you? That's disgusting.
Or pass by somebody else going like, I'll tell your wife about that.
Whoa, hey, what? What are you talking about?
All of a sudden, you get a lot of free favors for things.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Put a drink on your tab.
I'll drink to that.
Forward. Let's step into the memes a couple minutes
Meme.
early. Meme of the week. I don't know. We
Who
don't.
needs sound effects? We make our own.
Got more sponsors.
All right, Frick, tell us about your meme.
Oh, I was like, that wasn't mine. I scrolled. I am so sorry. All right. So, men back in the day. You see this lion. He's a beast. Men today, they have a man bun.
Oh God, that poor lion bun.
Yeah, absolutely. Frack. What about you?
So I'm just calling this getting 2020. When I hear something bad from here on. So when something like that happens, I just call it getting 2020. So as you can see on there, it's a simpler sparkler, and that's what happens.
And then California. Got it.
There's
Yeah.
lots of.
Well, quick side note: do you all know how the fire got started?
Yeah. Well,
It-
one of them.
Idiots.
Yeah, it was a gender reveal party.
One of them. The rest are.
That's
I think it's kind of crazy that everyone is like, oh, like you shouldn't have gender reveal parties. How about not all gender reveal parties include fire or flames or sparks of
Yeah.
any sort? I'm just saying.
How about
Okay.
that's outlawed in California anyway, so you shouldn't have been doing it. Like you shouldn't.
Okay.
There's nothing sparking or playing with fire that you should be doing in California. Everybody already knows this because global warming.
Yeah.
All right. So have you guys
ignorant.
taken a look at my meme?
Yes. And
I came across that and I was dying. It's trying to plug in the HDMI cable without looking behind the TV. And it's two wrestlers and the guy's got his hand pretty much
His
Chode.
oil.
yes.
chode.
Yeah.
It's on the chode.
Checking the oil.
On tank.
That's not right.
I think of also like putting in the USB, like you have it the proper way the first time. You have to turn it. Yeah.
Turn it. Oh, I had it right the first time.
Yeah. Like 4 or 5 times. Yeah.
Now,
I
for a
feel
second,
like a rock star when I plug in the USB right the first time.
First time.
now,
Mine is straight up because we're heading into the winter months. So snowbird season is coming along. And yeah, basically. that.
I like it.
I saw that, thought it was funny, and I'm like, you know what?
Looks about right.
Traffic's moving right along. Oh, I better get over there and slow down.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah. So,
All right.
yeah.
keep it safe
I
and
got
drop
the
offs.
trending topics, it looks like, this week.
Frick,
Frick, can you tell us about your trending topics?
For national trending topics, sure.
Yes.
So because
we're
this
5
is
minutes early, slow down, and we need to banter.
heard. Got you. So because this is so highly important all over the radio station, all of the kids are talking about it and just can't believe it. Cardi B and Offset have filed for divorce after 3 years. And then I didn't put this on there, but also Ray J has filed for divorce today from Love.
Stadium?
Mm.
She a real princess?
No. Oh.
Yes.
So she branded her name, but Ray J owns the rights to it too. So that was a whole topic that she can have her name, and that's why she dropped her divorce rights. Like it was.
This is real life.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, wow.
that sounds like everybody cares.
This is
So
Just like when,
life. This
just
is
like
life.
last week when the Kardashians are going off air.
Yes.
It's about time.
All right, this is life now.
So in good news, in my tech little cute world, Apple event. Did y'all see it?
Oh, we didn't
Okay.
watch
No, we
the
didn't get
event.
to watch the event.
But
However,
we did get the updates.
I know, Apple nerds. The 2 Apple nerds of the 4 of us.
I think we had meetings or
Yeah, we
something.
did. We had meetings.
Whatever. So anyways,
Hmm.
new
Usually we have the
Yeah,
whole day.
normally
blocked
we
off.
have it on in the
We're
background.
not smart this time.
You're fired. We're no longer friends.
I'll just drink.
Okay. The new iPad Air was released. So can I ask you what you guys think about it? Have you even looked at it?
We have not looked
I saw
at it
the
other
price
than we
point.
saw the price and it was
Okay.
I saw the price point and went, okay, we're getting that bad.
So did you see that Samsung dropped the Samsung Z Fold? So they have a phone now that folds open basically into a tablet.
Apple, please come out with this.
right?
So I was
No, I also
Yes.
saw that I think Microsoft, their Surface tablet, is doing that as well.
what their keyboard thing?
Yeah, it was.
No,
No,
they're
it's like
Surface.
it's a screen.
It's a Surface Duo or something like that.
I did not look at that. I was
No.
more intrigued with the phone that came out and had to watch every YouTube video and see the pros and the cons. And then I saw it was almost $2,000, and I about peed myself. So there's that.
I was excited about the new iPad Air though, just because we have an iPad 2, and
Yes.
So
Oh.
did you know that the Apple Store is now also open again too, and they're taking appointments? Did you know that?
They were close.
Oh yeah.
I did not, but I did. Like I said, at a $599 price tag, that's pretty decent. They have the Air 3 at $499.
Nice.
Yeah, I like seeing those prices kind of be in that range that make a little bit more sense. I mean, still, I think a tablet should be $250 at the most all day long. But It is what it is. When you get an Apple product, you pretty much know what you're getting. You're getting something pretty awesome. So
That's fair enough.
All right, Frack, tell us about your trending topics.
Okay, so I know we talked a while back about suggestions for shows to watch and things of that nature, and this one actually stood out because of everything that's happening right now with the police brutality issues, trying to reform and everything else. So the actor that you're seeing here, Andre Bond, I believe is his name. I forget off the top of my head. I feel, yeah, thank you. So he's talking about re-examining the cop roles. Now, for those who have not watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I urge you, please watch it. It is hilarious and it is actually a good show. But he plays a gay black police commander. Thank you, a chief commander. Yeah, of the precinct 99. Anyways, and he's talking about how basically they need to step up. make the social awareness. And if you read down like halfway down to the article, they talk about saying they're going to bring up things like police beatings, into the new season, talking about and trying to address those things, but still make it, not funny. It's not funny, obviously, but they got to keep it light, yet at the same time take on that issue. There's been a prior episode, like halfway through this, I think third season, where Terry Crews, he's one of the lieutenants there, and he was actually profiled. He's also, a black man. He's walking around the neighborhood, and
wait, Terry Crews is black?
We know you're colorblind.
I was like,
oh, that was a good follow-up.
Thank you, Patty.
All right. Touche. As my friend would say, touch E.
Touchy.
Anyways.
Right.
Yeah, touch E.
Come on over.
Everybody drank because he just started with the regular name.
Did I? Wait, no, I just said the letter.
He is the nickname.
He
okay,
wasn't.
quit saying it then if that's the case. That's
We were the ones that said it. But anyways, we said
If you don't want to drink, then
all
don't.
still have to drink.
Okay, well, I'm going to. All right. So, anyways, but it's really good that they're rising to the occasion. Bringing in, because these are things that they can't just ignore.
Yeah, I think it's cool that like a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a comedy show, would take on a more serious issue, but try to do it in a lighter sense, so more people feel like they can watch it without, being depressed or like having to look at just the negative of a situation, see how it can be brought and how it can be fixed. Because I'm assuming that they're going to be showing like what not to do, or maybe it happened in another precinct. And
so that's pretty awesome that they're taking it upon themselves to say we got to step up. So that's kudos to them and their team. So my second topic is actually for those who like to look at the stars, astrology. I'm sorry, I lied. Astronomy. I'm not talking about Capricorn and Sagittarius here. I apologize. Astronomy. Anyways, so when a star dies, obviously it turns into it could turn into a supernova, or it can become a quasi, or it can become a quasar. Sorry. Or eventually a black hole, something of that nature. Anyways, they talk about like millions of years in the future, how our own sun will eventually explode and everything from pretty much from Mercury out to the asteroid belt will be destroyed. So they're saying that the distance of this exploding star has apparently gone up to as far as the distance of like Jupiter per se, and there's a planet that's still revolving around that dead star. So it's still habitable. I don't know about our life and species, or if they're not saying they found life out there, but it's still amazing. And this is the first time that's ever happened where they have found an actual planet orbiting a dead star. So, and realizing this is something like 80 light years away from us. And it's cool that we're still finding new things and the awesomeness of the universe. I mean, and just saying, wow. First of all, who has the time to look for something like this? But second of all, hey, that's their job. That helps us get closer to, answers, to
who has the time for this? Number two. They're getting paid for that.
I know, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So like, there are people who just look into space
all day
for money.
All day.
They literally look into space.
I mean, okay, usually when I'm looking at a telescope and I'm looking out, I'm looking at. No, never mind. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, my neighbors are really not going to like me. I kid. I make funny. So. But anyways, it's really cool. Again, astronomy, it's still, not taking a back seat. And they just can't blame us on retrograde Mercury. I don't know what people blame things on. Anyways, but it was amazing to me. I always like learning about the world and, and the outer space and expanding. Also, I recommend.
It kind of makes you wonder, because I know they say that our sun will eventually explode, go supernova, whatever. What happens to all of the planets? Do they just stop orbiting the sun, or what happens? Like, because then technically our sun would be a dead star.
Right.
It's going to be really cold.
Well, yes, but would we continue to orbit them, or it?
Yeah,
we stop orbiting, we fall out of the sky. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Well, planets like Neptune, Uranus, and all those others that are a little bit further away No, mine's good. Thank you.
All the things, and you're not going to say Uranus when you have the chance? What is wrong with you?
Because
Uranus.
it's proper science. I'm a proper scientific man. I don't care if I'm wearing a robe.
Uranus.
Urine on what?
It sounds like
You're
urinating on
on
something. Uranus.
Listen, Uranus or urinating, whatever. I'm not gonna kink shame anybody.
Uranus.
Fine, my anus.
Okay.
Eventually,
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in and
Thank you.
my topics.
Is it about Uranus?
Now I do not watch Dancing with the Stars, but
scenario
apparently Carol Baskin, that bitch, Carol Baskin, is on Dancing with the Stars.
She is. She's terrible.
And I wouldn't know, but if anyone has watched Tiger King, they kind of know the controversy around Carol Baskin and her husband mysteriously
you're incredible. Don't
disappeared. So
don't make stupid people famous.
Her husband's family, like his kids, are running a commercial during Dancing with the Stars, asking for more information about his whereabouts. Like, does anyone know what happened to him? Blah blah blah. It's epic. I'm like, way to take advantage of everyone who knows who she is, who's going to be watching Dancing with the Stars.
Troll level 10,000.
Yes.
No kidding. One of us would have thought of that.
Yeah. It sounds like something we would do.
Yes.
And good for them, because I'm sorry.
Well played.
With all the, if you watch Tiger King, and I know that was, you're getting clips of things, but if you watch it,
and they're from Florida.
I'm sorry,
Central Florida.
but how are we're basically just ignoring that this dude disappeared and is missing? Give me a break.
Yeah.
Give me a break. And that there's too many things. So whatever. Good for the family, because whatever. Good for the family. Bravo to them.
And this is kind of a local thing. A homeowner shoots an intruder who broke into their house, end up killing the invader. But apparently this guy had tried to get on a school bus, and the driver of the school bus locked the door. The guy apparently jumped on a nearby car on the top of it and was rolling around on top of the car. Apparently he was on some type of drugs. Allegedly he was on some drugs. And I guess he was from Orlando. They think he came to Lakeland to buy some illegal substances while he was also on some illegal substances. Anyways, all this stuff goes wrong. He tries to break into someone's house. Well, no, he doesn't break into their. He ran into their glass front window and broke it. So I guess you have to be running pretty hard to do that.
This sounds like a movie.
Yeah. Yes. Into their living room. The whole family's home. The dad, I forget what the dad said. He, I think, tried to get him to leave, and he was just being incoherent, and obviously, I think, he picked up a piece of the broken glass and tried to throw it at the family, and that's when the dad shot him. He died later at the hospital. But yeah, I was like, wow, that was pretty interesting.
So two quick notes. Number one,
I know it's not a huge trending topic, but I thought it was really interesting. So
okay, so two notes for everybody watching us here live. If you don't know already, there's something about a fascination between Paddy and death. So just be made aware of this first and foremost. But second of all,
have
Eric.
How far do you have to go for drugs?
But it's the motive behind people's thinking.
Wabash.
I think that's that's why I like marketing. We have a marketing company. I like to know how people think and why they think certain things.
Oh yeah,
what leads them to do things. So.
And believe it or not, we've never watched Making a Murderer.
No, I don't watch any of them. Murder shows.
I don't think she needs to.
Apparently not, because it's all up here, and
I don't
a little bit nervous now.
I don't even I will watch horror movies, but I'm not ooh, wow, new horror movie came out, I must see it.
So can we take you on a tour of Gen Pop at old Pokepo?
The who? What? Oh, Gen Pop.
General population.
Yes. I was like, what? Why would you want to take me on a tour?
My friend is a CO, so I can.
Patty's headline though, I like that Grady Judd's quote is basically like, if you break into somebody's home in Polk County, you're gonna get shot.
Maybe more than once.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, given the whole backstory of what went on, they're not looking into pressing charges against the homeowners.
Is this something like Marcy's Law?
Can we move along?
They can't talk about
of the thing. Like,
they won't say who the homeowners were, who the family was because of Marcy's Law. They did release the guy's name that.
Yeah.
We need little inner graphics that'll like. Okay, back to us.
Yes. Anyways, Wack, go ahead and tell us about your
thanks. All right, moving on. Star Wars fans out there, Mandalorian Season 2 premieres October 30th. The trailer is released. We'll throw that up in the chat so that way you guys can see that. We also link to the article, which is pretty awesome. They have, there is a list of actors and actresses that are definitely going to be in it. And then there are a handful of characters that are not 100% confirmed because they've been keeping it under wraps. But I'm really, really excited based on what they were saying were potential characters that might be in it.
Baby Yoda!
Yeah, of course.
The child is back.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal, Gina Carano, Carl Weathers, and Giancarlo Esposito are all back. That was Mandalorian, Kargan, and Moff Gideon. They are all back. Unofficially confirmed is the characters would be Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan, Kryze, and Cobb Vanth. So I'm excited because Ahsoka's character kind of just disappeared in the other Disney ones and never made it into the film. So for those of you that don't follow all of that, yeah, she never made it into the films because it was almost as if she passed away is the way that they kind of played it. So now they're talking about she might make an appearance in The Mandalorian, which would be awesome. So I'm very excited about that. But the trailer is out. Baby Yoda is, of course, back. And they are talking about there will be 2 spin-off style, not really spin-offs, but 2 more similar style to The Mandalorian being done. One is going to be on Cassian Andor, who is in Rogue One, one of the lead characters in Rogue One, which would be great. And then the Obi-Wan series, which I'm especially excited for because they're talking about Ewan McGregor is gonna come back and basically reprise his role. And if they do it anything like they've done The Mandalorian, it's going to be absolutely incredible because it's ridiculously good. If you haven't watched The Mandalorian and you're a Star Wars fan, you must not be that much of a Star Wars fan. Go ahead.
Guilty. I've not watched a single episode yet.
You're not a Star Wars fan.
Oh, wow.
Obviously. Apparently, friendships are being questioned tonight.
They are.
They really are. Carlos, you would. Yeah. Frack.
That's a price you pay.
You would actually really like The Mandalorian. The style.
So I know you said that Cassian Andor and Obi-Wan might be getting their getting their own series, but I heard Darth Maul was getting his own series.
That was another one that they were talking about, and I don't think that they're going to leak it too much. It was in.
I thought that was supposed to be one of the first next ones up.
It was in one of the Star Wars groups that I'm in.
We're about to lose you 2 down this hole, and I don't want to. So let's stay on target.
You don't know who Darth Maul is?
I know who that is. Yes, get split in half. Anyways.
Alrighty. Go ahead and tell us your second topic. It's not Baby Yoda.
We're gonna have a Star Wars night soon without.
Come on, man! Seriously, right. I heard it.
Okay. My second topic was a UFO was spotted in New Jersey on September 14th.
Not really.
Just kidding.
It's a blimp.
It was a Goodyear blimp.
I saw that. I was gonna use that one.
The internet exploded. Videos everywhere. Conspiracy theorists. All of it. Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. Video looked just like it could be.
It did.
It was not.
But wasn't it 2 months ago where like
they're all shaky cell phone camera stuff.
Yeah, but again, 2 months ago, wasn't it the CIA or the FBI that confirmed and said, "Yep, UFOs are real"?
Nope, they actually did. There's
so I mean, so what is that news? I'm like, come on.
And that is a show topic for another night that we could actually dive into. Is a lot of fun stuff like that, because it's cool topics, scenario topics, so to speak, that are a lot of fun to talk about. And come on, we can't be the only. If we're the only things on Earth, and
in the universe,
come on, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
In the universe, there's no way, and it's a big ass universe, y'all.
that is the hubris of humankind, where we think we're the only thing that exists in this expansive universe.
There's no chance. And I think there was another article that was out there basically saying that they think they found some sort of life form on, was it Venus? I think it was
like
on
a
Venus.
Bacteria.
Oh yes. Actually, I was going to post that one actually about finding that. Now they weren't saying, when I was reading the article, they weren't saying about we could go live in Venus now because it's too harsh. There's too much mercury and sulfur in the atmosphere, and it's so hot that we wouldn't reach it. So
right out there, we had a crazy Dalmatian day, y'all.
Yeah.
Crazy Dalmatian day. He's a psychopath.
He was nuts the entire day. Like, he was just acting out.
Frick was over.
I think he's over for an hour. I think he's in his terrible twos or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's
got
to be in his terrible twos. Man, he went.
Yesterday he was an angel.
Yeah, he's super sweet.
He was amazing yesterday.
I think it's because like people were in and out all day.
Yeah, we did have a lot of people.
What difference does it make? We're early.
You still have more topics.
House Pebbles, brother, so cute. What? So we found out that Aunt Diane's her Dalmatian is Trooper's sister, and they're 2 years apart, so obviously from separate litters, but they have the same mom and dad. I thought that was really cool.
If you don't go back to the show schedule, then Rick's gonna
lose her mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are.
Hold on.
We can't conversate like we're actually in the living room. We have to.
Right. We have to stay on target.
We're in different universes.
Hey! We actually
with this day in history. Frack, I think this is your segment.
Yes, so it is.
I thought you guys were going to do the local trending topics. That's what I was talking about.
We are already late.
Oh no, that's
skip those.
Yeah, we'll get to those later. So, and you know what? I didn't know that Dalmatian had to be capitalized. Huh.
Yeah, you noticed that too.
Yeah,
where you're at on this, but
there's no really known origin for the Dalmatian, but they think some people theorize that it came from Dalmatia. It's like a country.
Was because I haven't heard it.
A country, sorry. So that's why it's capitalized, because it's like a variation of that.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So my segment is This Day in History, and This Day in History today, I learned about that. Thank you.
Nice.
So
put it on the calendar.
Bam, 2020. All right then. So the first segment for This Day in History, we try to find interesting things or something close to the day of. We're going to be going perhaps more wider in the future. Heyo. And perhaps look at the week, since we have a week to go from. So we'll keep it for right now to this. So and expand it from there. Heyo. So Frick, take it away with the first ones, please.
1819, the first whaling ship arrives in Hawaii.
Those bastards.
1934, RCA Victor releases first 33 1/3 RPM recording, which is Beethoven's fifth. If you don't know that, so I thought was cool.
Yeah. Beethoven's fifth. Was that his most famous one? Yeah. I'll check it out later, and yeah. All right. So hey, I'm next.
Universal answer for I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So you research.
I mean, I'd click and put it in there, but I've got 6 screens doing.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna leave that comment alone. Anyways, so yeah. So I went a little bit further back. I went to 1683, and the reason I chose this one is because I remember this from my science class in high school. So in 1683, the Dutch scientist Antony van Leeuwenhoek.
Nicely done on that. I was wondering. Yeah. I was wondering how that was going to come out. Nicely done. Sorry.
Gracias.
Say it again.
Sí, hablo español. Even though he's Dutch. Anyways, he was the first to report the existence of bacteria. And now he was, if people, the scientific community remembers,
I did
And-
see that one when I was looking up this day in history. I
Mr.
saw that and I was like,
What's up, buddy?
that is like really interesting.
Yeah, well, the reason people even know that name was because if anybody remembers in science class, or a majority of people do, at least in public high school.
That's been so far away this day. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
so many years ago.
Yeah. So, well, he was the first person to actually see cells within a cork. So that's why that name is even famous to begin with. But then he reported the existence of that afterwards, later on down the line in his time. So that was pretty cool that he was back for that, and he says he was knocking him out. Anyways, as far as finding things out. But anyways, and now in 1911, moving forward here, the first transcontinental airplane flight, New York, Pasadena, takes 82 hours and 4 minutes.
That's insane. Insane.
I complained when I traveled from. Okay.
Like
I flew from Dallas.
Imagine being on a plane for 82.
Our trip to Brazil was like a 12-hour, 14-hour flight, and we're like,
yeah.
My flight from Dallas to Beijing was 13
like
hours.
17 hours. Like there's some 17-hour flights, but 82 hours. That's
like 3.5 days, right? Like 24, 48, 72.
Yeah.
Here's a scenario topic. Frick, if you were on an hour flight,
what would you do?
What are 3 things?
3 things.
What's one thing you're definitely gonna do besides have to go to the bathroom?
Murder.
For real.
Who's with me?
Doesn't matter.
Us.
Oh shit! There goes that out the way. We would have a grand old time.
82 hours of Mile High Club. Woo!
I was like, Mile High Club, here we come.
Well,
I think if it was the 3 of us, we would be so entertained that we wouldn't even notice that it was 82 hours. In all honesty.
Yeah, 82 hours. Like
if it was like
plane.
a private jet and it was like open conversation area, like how the seats face each other instead of being in rows.
Does that link?
Like,
did you link?
That would be amazing.
Which one?
But I'm guessing in 1911.
Yeah, well, you gotta think about it. This is probably this is probably like ye old airplane or I didn't actually see it.
It's probably like
I want to see how big the plane
old...
was, because I'm telling you, 82-hour flight.
I mean, obviously 82 hours you have to stop for fuel, so it's not like you work consistently in the air for 82 hours. But
I'm thinking of some guy at the ground, like the New York to at the end of Pennsylvania or something.
And I'm
getting the engine going.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put the picture there.
What?
By themselves. I hope they had someone on their aircraft to talk to.
Patty,
I would go
gotta
crazy.
move on to your topics.
Yeah, let's go, Patty. All right.
Okay.
Good one.
So,
good one,
in 1916, the tank was first used in combat.
That's not what I heard. Could you say that again?
The tank. T-A-N-K, not the taint.
Uranus.
We didn't use the taint in the combat. We use the tank.
It makes it
You run shit over.
In COD, people always use the taint.
I wouldn't know. I don't play video games.
Yes, you do.
I play Candy Crush.
Every night.
It's not really a video game.
Every night.
It's an app. I play an app.
Okay, all right.
Okay, anyway.
So back to your taint.
During the British, or by the British during World War I. So that was interesting. And then in 1997, I feel like wasn't that long ago.
No.
Right?
It wasn't.
1997?
23 years ago.
Google.com was registered as a domain. Like, just registered.
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, is
It
that
wasn't
by
even.
the guy that
It wasn't
accidentally bought
even
it? Or
a thing yet. Like
97.
The thing that is Google now didn't even exist. It was just registered as, hey, we might do something with this email or this domain address. Like,
okay, so
1997. I feel like that was
not far.
I feel like it was a few years ago.
I was a junior in high school.
That was 23 years ago. 1997. I was sophomore.
I was sophomore. Yeah.
Yes. So we were all in high school, and
people on Twitch are like,
Google was Google was not even a thing when we were. Google was not even a thing when we were in middle school.
That's crazy.
Elementary school.
Because back
growing up at our parents' house, we weren't Googling.
Back then we had Ask Jeeves.
Same. We did have Ash Chiefs.
We had GeoCities.
We did.
We had Angel. We had
Oh my
Angel Fire. We had Friendster.
I think it was like 8 or so years ago. Me and TJ found our old
drink.
Me and Wack. We found our old GeoCities web pages.
Oh my God.
Oh wow!
You put little emojis on. Yeah. Oh Lord,
that's awesome.
I think we found them on Wayback or something.
Yeah, it's on
the
Wayback.
waybackmachine.com.
Yeah, if you ever want to see what a website used to look like, go to Wayback. It's really cool. You can go. You can
see what you can actually see what Google.com looked like in 1997.
Yeah, it's really cool.
98. Look at 98 because 97 they probably weren't doing anything
one time, and I showed what Yahoo, the evolution of Yahoo looked like through the years. Oh, and then they've
had some huge changes.
Then of course I pulled up some evolution of some client websites. Here was before me.
Netscape.
Here's with us.
With the four floppy disk A drives.
Yes. All right, so moving into mine really quickly so we don't run out of time. 1620, the Mayflower ship departed from England, bound for America with 102 passengers and a small crew. The ship reached Provincetown, Massachusetts on November 21st. So
and I feel like that's a lot of people.
That is a month-long ride. So you thought 82 hours was long? Try almost 30 days.
Did you see the picture of the plane?
It wouldn't have had me on it, and if it would have had me on it, I probably would have jumped off of it. Super seasick.
Yeah, that was probably not the funnest ride ever. And at the same time, I mean, yeah. So
I don't think that was pretty cool.
And then in 1908, General Motors was founded by entrepreneur William Crapo, Billy Durant.
What a name.
And Flint,
I know.
Michigan. Yes. So 1908, not so long ago, but GM was founded. So
they still have plants in Flint, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Along with terrible water, still.
Oh, how sad.
For some reason, I don't understand why.
I don't understand why that's still a thing.
I don't understand. Yeah.
Why can't this be fixed?
Why can't
after so many years?
Okay, listen. Not all the phone calls I get, but once in a while you'll get a random phone call from a telemarketer or something. The people who are calling me for those water softeners, they need to go up there.
Yeah,
we actually watched a thing on Shark Tank where there was a guy that made water filters, and they're like, "Could this filter the water in Flint, Michigan?" He's like, "Actually, it can." He's like, "We are making and shipping tons of them out there."
That's one of our number one locations that they sell to.
Which was awesome.
Sharks, get on it! Come on.
All right, we got we got a couple minutes, so let's roll through real quick. Let's get through our segment for our song and movie recommendations. It is Spanish themed tonight because our guest of the night is Spanish. So
no. She is a Spanish professor.
Spanish professor. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So Frick, song then movie.
Song the movie. So my song is La Bamba, that was made in 1958.
Yeah.
And my movie, you guys are gonna laugh at me. The Labyrinth. Did you say hello? No, I said hello. I said that backwards, but whatever.
Very cool. Frack.
Hold on. Not a quick. Pan's Labyrinth. Isn't the one with the freaky eyeball? Am I thinking about the wrong one?
No, eyeball?
You had 2 days to click.
Yeah, no, hold on a second. Oh, no, Labyrinth was the one. No, Pan's Labyrinth is the freaky one. It's a scary one.
It's the freaky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the Ella thing. Okay, now I'm thinking of just the Dark Crystal. No, just kidding.
Now I have to click on it because I think I'm confused.
Yeah, what's the trailer later? Okay, all right.
You out.
Oh, hey. It wouldn't be a night. It would not be a Frack Paddy Wack night without having audio randomly. So, cheers.
Ever.
Has she?
Frack, song and movie.
All right. So my song is by a band from Spain, Fito and Fitipaldis, Whiskey Barato, which means cheap whiskey. So it's a pretty fun, lively song. And the movie that I chose was Alive, which I did cry at the movie credits because they play the song, the Ave Maria song. But those who don't know the movie Alive, it's about a rugby team from Uruguay flying over the Andes, and they get stuck out there, and they had to end up resorting to cannibalism. And Yeah, and I believe it's the only case where cannibalism was actually accepted as a response because it wasn't like a Donner Party situation.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty amazing. I mean, and I think only like a handful of people like survived, like 2 or 3 people,
Wow.
and they were like not expunged, but they were just like forgiven for like, hey, listen, we understood dire scenario, blah blah. So it's a great movie. Like again, to this day, if I watch the movie and if I hear like the singing of the Ave Maria at the, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. So it's
Just like that?
It's powerful.
Yeah, just like that.
So, so I can see this in person.
Yeah, you come over and watch the movie so we can watch him go.
How much me cry? Right
okay. So my song recommendation was "Get on Your Feet" by Gloria Estefan, and Coco was my movie recommendation.
And
the Disney movie Coco.
Nice.
And my song
for the night was Shakira, "Hips Don't Lie."
Of course it was.
Of course.
Come on now.
It's all good. You're allowed.
Yeah,
it counts.
I am. I'll pass. And here comes Joy. And movie ended up actually being a show. I went with Game of Thrones season 5, which was filmed in Seville, Barcelona, Navarre, and Girona, Spain. So a lot of season 5 Game of Thrones was filmed in Spain, as was Star Wars. There was one of the Star Wars episodes they did over there. There are a lot of
I thought a lot of Star Wars.
There's a lot of movies
London.
and shows that are filmed in Seville, because Seville has some very cool architecture.
Oh yes.
And yeah, it's a very beautiful look to it that has some very classic, amazing architecture buildings and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean, historically speaking, I mean, Seville is, I mean, God knows how many years old, but a lot of the architecture is still there. The fountains, artists and painters that came from that era, even philosophers from Seville. So it's it's kind of its own thing. In Barcelona, obviously, being a major city, at least known for the matadors, known for the bullfighting and whatnot. I have to admit, though, Navarre and Girona, I'm not very keen on. Don't know, but I'm sure that the reason that they chose them, I'm sure if I look at the sites, it's because a lot of those places are not developed. And I don't mean like it's a third world country. I'm just saying that they haven't had a need to, so it has that old feel to it, or old country, or just no buildings. So it's good to have a field of nothing to be able to shoot and say, hey, it's old country.
In Seville, Plaza de España is one of the main places that you'll see in a lot of movies. It was in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Is you'll see one of the scenes where Padme and Anakin are walking, and you got this plaza, just this big plaza in the background, and it's very, very beautiful. But you'll see that in a lot of movies. Mission Impossible 2,
nice.
Was that in Inception? Because it kind of looks like one of the cast.
Die Another Day. Scrolling just some top 18 movies, but never ending story.
So all right, so
and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move here real quick over to the drink segment of the night, and I'm gonna keep it very simple for the evening. I decided to choose Spanish wine. I will not say the name of it as far as the brand name of what it is, but the style of wine, which is the Tempranillo. Again, very well known, being from the region of Spain. So as you see on the recipe on there, it's just grab the wine glass, which is optional at this rate. And obviously depending how you feel. Yeah. So depending how you feel, you pour that much, but please drink responsibly. 5 to 6 ounces is the average pour. So I'm going to open the bottle here right now, and I'm going to get the politician to help me out.
We overpour a lot.
60.
Yeah.
So by the way, this is what I call a politician. They're always just flapping their arms.
Anyways,
hi,
friend.
So we're gonna take a quick commercial break for everybody here.
Wait, hold us just one second. Can we talk about the cake that Carlos made? Damn it! Whatever, made last week. Sorry about the drink.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it wasn't me this time.
But 4 out of 5 people of my household loved it.
Well, the fifth one can go off.
1 out of 3 in this household loved it because only one of us got to eat it.
The only one that I have to eat. In my defense, she's allergic.
And Tyler was sleeping.
And Tyler was sleeping.
So we had no chance, man. No chance.
Okay.
So 2 minute, 30-second break. We're going to give props I'm sorry?
So we're going to fill our drinks, go potty, get naked, and we'll be right back.
Yep, but we're giving our sponsor little commercial to Lakeland's Health and Family Chiropractic, and nobody laugh at Erica's braces in this commercial. So, see you too.
We'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Michael Stratton, Lakeland's Health and Family Chiropractic, and we're a natural wellness clinic. I've been a chiropractor for 11 years. I've had this practice here for the last 6 years, and I'm Webster certified.
I was to the point where I couldn't walk, that I was hunched over and in chronic pain all the time.
Oftentimes, we're the last resort for people. So every day we come to work, we expect miracles for our patients. Our philosophy is we have to meet the patient where they are while still educating them on what they could have.
There's a plan, like they watch you, monitor you, make sure that you're doing your stretches properly.
I know pain is what brings most people in, and we're here to help them with their pain, but we're also here to educate them and help them with their lifestyle and staying healthy and active. And we take care of the entire family, from 2 hours old to 100 years old.
The kids act like it's home. They just walk in and they start playing.
Things like a play area, toys for the kids in the front lobby. We have a little bit of toys in each room so that it kind of keeps them busy as mom or dad may get adjusted.
I'm pretty sure we couldn't go to another chiropractor after here because they wouldn't understand that they have to sit quietly and behave themselves. He's the first chiropractor that I met that does specialize with pregnant women and children, so I felt extra comfortable.
We take care of pregnant women, before, during, and after pregnancy.
I really wanted to come because I heard that chiropractic care is proven to help shorten labor. That's obviously a biggie for me.
Being Webster certified is just all about, balancing the mom so that she can have the best natural birth possible. We're trying to just make healthy families, and you have to do that, one kid at a time, one step at a time.
So with our son that has special needs, the more regular I can come, the healthier and happier and more balanced he is.
Anyone who's pregnant and needs a chiropractor, I would highly suggest going to Dr. Stratton.
It's completely amazing. It's life-changing.
If you have pain, if you have questions for your health, come on down and see us. We'd be more than happy to help. You can find us on the web at lakelandsfamilychiropractic.com, or you can search us on Twitter and Facebook.
You didn't go anywhere. Woohoo! Thank you guys for hanging out.
And we're back. I am pouring the wine. We have our guest. I'm drinking a Tempranillo. And welcome Melissa Garr this evening to our show. Is the wine too loud? I'll stop.
No,
It just sounds like
look, we added a new friend, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, friend.
Hello. Tell me how the wine is.
Because you were listening, go ahead and tell us the
this day in
history.
I did. I was listening, and on this day in history in 1574, Pedro Menéndez de Avilés, who was the founder of St. Augustine, died at the age of 55.
Womp womp.
So not only Spanish history, but Florida history too.
Like double whammy.
Oh, it's like local.
Hey, Patty, more death.
I know. It's awesome.
Well, I mean, I did hear you had an obsession with that. So.
Why did he die? How did he die?
That's a really, honestly, that's a really good question. But it's pretty notable that he died that late because, like every other colony that came to Florida before that, they all died in terrible ways. Like the swamp ate them, and alligators were dinosaur monsters. It was really crazy. Like all of them died. They didn't even want to fund St. Augustine. They were like, we're not sending more people back to die in Florida. That's horrible. So they funded it themselves. Their family funded it.
That's
Just a bunch of family members. They were like, whatever, we're going to go. And they did.
We're crazy. We're crazy enough. Yeah.
Right. That's why. And that's the beginning of Florida Man.
Oh,
That's a true story. It's 100% true story.
damn you, St. Augustine!
That's hysterical.
I love St. Augustine. We just went, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
We were just there 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago for my dad's
his
birthday, and we surprised him, and we went and we had basically all the kids and our significant others and the grandkids, and we all showed up. He was in the hotel room, up sitting in the room with his feet kicked up, didn't even know we were coming. His girlfriend had planned it. They were like, all right, yeah, well, let's just rest for a half hour or so, and then we'll go take off and go get lunch. And knock, knock, knock. We're all standing outside the door. So,
did you do a ghost tour while you were there?
We did not get to, because we
had
had a
our
toddler.
littles.
So we, yeah.
Well, and
He would have never slept again.
No,
I mean,
I would have went. We love doing stuff like that. So we're dying to go do that. Not literally, but we really, really want to go do one of the ghost tours.
Can I go with you when you go? Because like nobody.
Yes, and we got to bring one other person to watch the kid.
can it be someone else's toddler? Because that would be funny.
Yeah.
Does Kay want to watch the kids for us?
Hey, get on the chat.
I'll
Get on the chat
try.
with babysitter. Oh my god.
So
So,
Carlos, go ahead, intro.
Hey.
yeah, so we have
Hey,
here.
already?
Frack.
So we have a Melissa. As I was saying earlier, and thank you again for calling my name. So that's a thing tonight.
Can't say
Melissa, whenever one of our legal names are said, we have to drink. So please don't murder us.
Oh,
As you see, we are. Say hello, Frick.
Frick. Hello, Frick.
I didn't mean you. I meant Frick. Say hello to.
Oh, I said hello to Frick.
Hi, Frick.
I get to say hello to.
Fine. You get to. Okay. So Frick,
Frack in the left hand corner.
because we haven't changed the screens because of last time, and I'll do that later for production. Anyways, so I'm Frack.
6 episodes.
Okay. Say hello, Patty.
hi.
Yawn.
Okay, there we go. All right. And I assume you know who Wack is by now.
Yeah, we're good. We go way back.
Okay, awesome.
Wiggity, wiggity,
So-
wiggity, whack.
So here we go. So please don't kill us by saying our legal names.
I will
Anyways,
try really hard not to.
so now I've known you for many years now. Quick shout out to Brian Alvier. I know you're watching, buddy. Appreciate you. Love you. You know that. Here's the thing, though. We try to think as much as we could around Spanish material because obviously, you know, you being a professor at a local college here. I'm sorry. Can I say the name? Should I say the name? I will say.
I
the
don't
name.
mind. That's fine.
Okay. Well, here in Lakeland at Florida Southern College, where I went to, go Mox.
Hey.
My sister is going there.
Oh,
yeah.
very cool.
Awesome. So, So again, a professor of what's your official title? I don't say that. Oh, Spanish professor.
I'm associate professor of Spanish.
Okay.
That's my title. I teach. I mean, it's a small college, right? So when you're a professor of Spanish at a bigger school, you teach like one thing, and I teach pretty much like everything, which is awesome because it means I never have to decide, right? I just.
You
In
have
fact,
to decide later today.
Well, next semester I'm teaching a class. It's a class that's called special topics, so I get to pick whatever I want. And I'm thinking, I'm like, do I want to do like theater? Do I want to do like horror fiction? Do
Spanish
I want to do?
lines.
Yeah, I could do something like, I mean, most of my students couldn't like drink them, but like I could drink them in front of them and be like,
That
hey,
would
this
be
tastes really great.
So you can't drink. I'm gonna drink. You tell me a report.
Class would be so much more
Yeah.
interesting for them, I suppose.
See you on
Like, I
YouTube
thought
later.
it was a dry campus.
I think
purposes.
True. Educate.
I think it was. I think it changed. Did it?
No, it's still a dry campus.
Still dry campus?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't when I went.
Yeah,
Anyways.
so
So
we just go out after the faculty.
So was
Yeah,
you
yeah.
too.
obviously.
Back then,
So
you
okay.
just Cow Corner, and that's.
Oh gosh, do not bring back those memories. Anyways, my gosh. So yeah. So anywho, love Melissa to pieces here. We know she's into nerdy stuff. I know she likes to drink some. You know, again, you know, like any responsible adult. But at the same time, though, I do want to get some of the questions starting out here. I know that you usually take a yearly trip out to Spain.
It's true. Yes.
So this year, I know you were unfortunately unable to. So number one, how does that make you feel? And
Are
what
we
did
in
you
therapy?
do? Wait, hold on.
Tell me about your
On.
feelings.
And what did you do in lieu of a trip this year?
Oh, that's a really good question. Regarding therapy, normally Spain sort of is my therapy. I take, which is weird because I take 40 to 60 teenagers to Spain every year, and you'd think that that would be crazy making. But on the other hand, you know, I live with a host family there, and they do my laundry and they cook for me and clean the house, and so there's a lot of it's kind of a nice trade-off. I'm responsible for keeping all these kids alive and coming back, but you know, on the flip side, I'm living next to the beach. Like it's pretty special. The town that we
family take in all the kids as well.
Yeah, all of the students live with host families. It's the best part of our trip, actually.
Wait, are you like singular or plural, like family or families?
Oh no, families. Each pair of students, 2 students per family.
We heard family.
Man, this is an awesome family. They are taking in 16 kids.
My host family doesn't take any of our students because I don't want to live with them. I mean, I love them dearly, but girl needs some space. And that city is called Alicante. It's on the southeast coast. It's like right on the beach. It's really nice. And I guess I don't think I did anything like this summer. I went camping a couple of times, but yeah, I really missed the travel because that's sort of my big recharge every year. And I also for the Spanish, you know, because I imagine if you were speaking with like kindergartners and no adults all year, and then you tried to speak to an adult at the end of the year, it's like really hard. So it's like with my Spanish, because I'm speaking Spanish to like Spanish babies and they don't know Spanish. So when I speak to a Spanish speaking adult, I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
We have some people in chats asking, like, how do I sign up to go? I guess you have to sign up for a class.
Right. Oh yeah. Actually, no. We have had adult students go on the trip. You would have to go through a background check process, and you'd audit a class. You can audit a class.
So what are you looking for in the background?
Well, we just lost half the viewership.
I don't know that. You'd have to talk to admissions, but I know we have had students. We had one older gentleman who took Spanish classes for like years. I think he went on the trip like 5 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was pretty killer. It was awesome.
All right. So, Destiny, there's your answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad you were still able to do something at least, you know. But like you said, I understand. I tell a lot of my friends who say, I want to learn a different language or Spanish, and I say, watch television from that country.
That's really true.
Although it may be faster than you want to go to, I picked up a lot of Japanese. Yeah, you know, it is, but you start hearing the words that you're familiar with.
Watch your favorite movie that you have memorized. So, Brooke, watch Elf.
That's a good idea.
Patty, watch Elf.
Oh, you know what's a great movie? Like that a lot of people have seen is The Emperor's New Groove, the Disney movie. In Spanish is phenomenal. It's like so much better than in English.
I always say The Jungle Book is better in Spanish.
Is it? I haven't seen The Jungle Book in Spanish.
I've heard that.
Yeah. It is. So
but the jokes in The Emperor's New Groove are just hilarious in Spanish. I used to show it to my students all the time. They're like,
okay,
I saw this in English. And it's so stupid in English. I'm like, I know.
All right, we'll have to check it out. So I'll let Frick take over here for a second. So go ahead.
So I am like the stalker of the group.
Oh,
she finally admits it.
So yeah, I was stalking your Facebook and I see a bunch of hashtags with LAL scavenger hunt. Tell us about it. Like, what is it? How did it come about?
That was like a long time ago.
Girl, I told you I stalked you.
No, it's hey, I'm flattered. There was I think there was I don't remember which company it was, or it was a magazine or something that was local that was having a scavenger hunt where if you went to different places in Lakeland and took a picture of yourself there, you can submit it for whatever. And I went with my son, and he's 12, and I didn't even like care about winning the thing. I just like the idea of going around Lakeland and exploring and taking pictures of myself doing stuff and posting it places. It's not so much the posting it, just the exploring part of it. That's what I
would have something to do with your son.
Yeah, I mean but we always do stuff together. I'm a single mom, so it's like we're always, you know, just whatever. And I'll pick up and I'll be like, hey, let's have an adventure like right now, and we're gonna drive out to the middle of a swamp near Ocala, and we get a cabin there, and I just like that just happens, right? We went.
Michael, be careful. She takes you to St. Augustine. She's trying to throw you at the dinosaurs and alligators. Be careful, man.
We have done St. Augustine before. I tried to throw him to the ghosts. We did that too. Yeah. And he came back all excited about it. I'm like,
this like an all year thing?
Yeah. What, you mean the LAL today, or
no? You guys keep bringing up the St. Augustine thing.
Oh no, I just go when I'm
Florida anchoring for people go to St. Augustine.
But this tour thing you guys are talking about, is that all year?
Oh, the ghost tour.
Oh, ghost tours,
the ghost tour. Yeah, they have the ghost tours all the time.
Like, it's known for being haunted.
I need to Google. I'll be right back.
Have you not been to St. Augustine?
She's gonna stalk the ghost tours.
Yeah, exactly. All the ghosts are gonna be like, leave us
Right.
alone.
No, I haven't. Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of historical cities. We did a ghost tour a few years ago in Williamsburg. Actually,
there.
that was really cool. Because the people who were telling us about the ghosts were dressed up as if they were from the same time as the ghosts. So it was a little surreal in that way.
That's
so is
And
it
I
all
can-
staged
makes
or is it
like
real?
authentic.
You could drink horrible water out of Fountain of Youth.
I mean, it's all real history, but the ghost stuff is depending on your point of view, I suppose, real or not.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I convinced my son that we actually went through a portal through time, and we actually went back to the 1600s, and we went to a bathroom, and he saw the modern plumbing, and he's like, "Did they have modern plumbing back then?" And I totally thought the jig was up. And then I looked at the windows, and you know how like the old timey windows are like curvy like that, and I was like, "Well, you see those windows and how they're all curvy? That's a time bubble. So like we have like a sticker on our clothes with our ticket that we can go through the time bubble and enjoy the benefits of modern hygiene and plumbing."
Wait. How old was he at this point?
He was like 6.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would so do that to my son though.
Yeah.
But
oh,
he
yeah.
legit-
I was just thinking, I was like,
I'm like,
I'm gonna
thank you
keep
for the
this
tip.
in mind.
That's what we're doing with Tyler.
I'm
He
keeping
legit
this in
believed
mind.
it until 2 years ago because he was still telling his friends he went back in time. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's all right.
100%. Yeah.
But
I'm
I
a terrible
love
human.
stuff
You have to
like
pay for the
that.
therapy now.
I mean, he's gonna
No,
have to go through
that's
therapy for some reason. At least this way I get to control what he's in therapy for, so I can
right?
help him better.
That's
Right?
the awesomeness of childhood, like the magic of being a child is
Yeah, is having
being
your
able to
parents
believe.
traumatize you.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, no, it's like
Yeah,
being
but
able to
you can
believe in
fix
things
that.
like
You
that.
can go. Listen, I was just messing with you because we were having fun and we were on an adventure together and we were creating memories.
I mean,
and now
See,
you can do it to your kids.
Like I'm a huge Christmas freak.
Mhm.
And I love watching Christmas movies and seeing like Santa Claus and reindeer and things because I feel like that's the magic of Christmas. Like I know it's not real, but I like to pretend that it's real because it's like that's the magic of it. It makes it fun.
Well, that's what my mother always told me. But when I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real or whatever, they told me he was, but that
Wow.
he's the so right. That he's the spirit of giving that lives inside each of us. So I was like, that's actually true. So like, yeah, that's awesome, So
Well,
yeah.
don't make me think that
Like,
I'm
I'm
Santa
not-
Claus.
like
Why a dirty
like
look to
there
her?
there's like this whole thing about, oh, don't lie to your children, don't tell them that there's a Santa Claus and a magical man brings them presents. Like
Nope.
I'm not lying, it's the magic of the situation.
You are
Listen,
not-
let's be real. Everyone lies to their children, right? We tell our children, we tell our children
course.
they can be whatever
Of
they
course.
want to be, and that
But
is
they're like,
patently
oh,
untrue,
don't
right?
don't
Yes, but
Ugh.
bring in this
our
like,
house. You are not allowed to tell children that Santa is not real. You're not.
Oh
allowed
man, you
to
don't want to be friends with my ex-husband because in his old apartment building, he wrote "Santa is dead" on big letters
yeah.
on
Oh,
his
I'll do any
apartment
of
window.
I don't do any of
Who
that.
hurt him?
Do not let
Ex-husband.
Kevin come to your house during that time.
We
Yeah.
are-
I'm fine with Tyler, not our son, like not knowing that Santa isn't like an actual thing that comes in your house, but I just like the whole spirit of giving, the whole, I don't know, the magic of Christmas. Like I
You know what my favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Story. And I like it precisely because it preserves all of that magic of Christmas, but it doesn't have any of the supernatural elements. And I think that's really incredible that we can still have that
But-
spirit of imagination. We can understand how imaginary it is, but still understand that imagination is something beautiful and wonderful and
more
magical
like,
in and of itself.
family time.
Yeah.
Shoot your eye out.
Being around.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
Plus, it has a teacher in it. I'm always going to like that.
Oh, there we go.
I think we're on
Good
to
idea.
Patty's question.
Oh,
Yeah, go.
sorry.
No, you're good.
So, Frack had told me that you are a big 90s fan of like TV and things like that. So I want to know what your favorite 90s TV show is.
Oof. That's a really
'Cause I have a lot. And so
Yeah,
I'm,
we
just,
have
I'm
a
kind of
whole
hoping
bunch,
that.
so-
Yeah.
Well, it's funny
what's
'cause
one
you-
of the favorite ones?
Well, you asked me that question. The first thing that I thought of was a show that I didn't watch in the 90s and that I haven't watched that I really want to watch, and that's The X-Files, because I'm gonna just
Wow.
Right, right,
Wow.
right. And I'm
Surprised.
huge into like sci-fi stuff and like all kinds of nerd stuff. You would think that I would have seen X-Files 10
had a
billion
crush
times.
on Mulder.
I used to watch that.
The original X-Files is incredible.
Okay,
And
so
I've only seen a few episodes of it, and I've never.
I used to watch the original X-Files. Me and my best friend, I would go over to her house in the morning, and then we would leave from her house to go to school, and we would watch X-Files in the morning before school.
Wow.
I used to watch.
I never watched any of the newer ones. They did like reboots of the
Yeah, I
series and
didn't-
stuff. I never
yeah,
watched
reboots.
any of those, but
I
Mulder
tried. I
and
couldn't
Scully,
get into
man.
it.
yeah, Mulder and Scully and the Smoking Man.
Yeah, they have such great on-screen chemistry in the few episodes
yeah.
that I've seen. But if I had to pick one that I would say that I like, I mean, there's so many, right? But like Star Trek: The Next Generation, because I used to watch that with my father, and like we had this whole thing. And then we used to watch
Yeah, my dad
Deep
used to-
Space Nine, but I love the intro music, right? The
Yeah.
theme song, and I would make everyone in my house shut up so I could hear it. So I was like, "Shh, it's on, just listen to
Everybody
music."
stop.
And now
Wow.
we can pause it. Like,
Yeah, and then this show would start. I'm like, all right, everybody start talking. That's fine. And I would go
Yeah, you're-
away. And I would just walk.
Yeah, I have the same thing. So me, my stepdad, my brother, my sister Sierra, and my mom, we all watched like Star Trek: Next Generation was one that we always watched. It always came out. Obviously, it would always come out at the same time because back in the day, TV shows had their slot. This was their slot.
Yeah, you
and
need
it
to
still
sit down
pretty
and
much
watch.
does, but
like,
you had to
yeah.
sit down and watch it.
Right now,
'cause
or
if
you
not,
miss
you got to
it.
record it on VHS. But
So
we
you gotta be there to
always
record it.
sat down, and Next Generation was one that we always watched. I've seen, if not all of them, I've seen 80% of them, and am a big fan of Next Generation. The originals, I was a little too young to get into the originals. I was born born in 81, so more so grew up on Next Generation, and like you said, getting into Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved the music was awesome. Their soundtrack and the way that they wrote all of that was great. It still felt Next Generation. And yeah, we watched a good amount of Deep Space Nine too.
You know what's so interesting about? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say real quickly. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I had two favorite shows, and it was either between Golden Girls and Unsolved Mysteries.
I've never seen Golden
I
Girls
also
either.
watched it. I
Never
watched
seen
a
that.
lot. I feel like I watched a lot of TV in the 90s.
You didn't get to watch
But
it.
not one single movie. Not one single movie though.
My dad was very against watching movies because he said it was they were all the same, just different people. I'm like,
That's exactly it.
Mm.
Yeah, but
It's like
apparently
it's always
she
the
watched
same.
a bunch of TV
It's
shows.
always the same storyline. But we had TV. Oh, we didn't have cable though. Like whatever was on regular TV.
what you got.
Network
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Melissa. You were gonna say
Oh,
something.
I was gonna say that the interesting thing about shows in the 80s and 90s was that everybody watched the same shows because that was what was on, and so
Yeah,
there's like
cable
sort of
wasn't
this
a big thing. Back then.
common cultural language. Like I remember people watching like even Lost, like later on, but like X-Files and stuff. Everybody was talking about it because everyone was watching the same shows. But nowadays, when everything's on demand, it doesn't feel like everyone has a common cultural framework anymore. So you sort of have more of a division in groups in terms of what you consume, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Like I have no idea if that's good or bad because back in the day, like you
Yeah,
said,
because you
all
could
your
you could
90s shows,
relate
it's like
to everything.
Like
You
you'd
had a
come to
kid.
school and that would be the topic to recap. Like, oh my gosh, my favorite part of this was this.
For your Saturday morning cartoons, and now they're all on demand. And I see that so much with the kids.
yeah.
They
I wish
have
there
24/7 cartoons.
I wish there
everywhere.
wasn't. I wish
Our-
I could just click on the TV
Our
and
son
be like,
is the same. Like we have the
boom,
Disney,
Tom and Jerry.
we have the Disney Plus, and he just like, oh, I want to watch Einstein.
I want to watch
today.
Tots or
I want to watch
Einstein. It's like,
Tots. So yeah.
and that's it.
Is your son into anime? I don't know how old he is, but
I know,
He's
he's-
3.
Not
oh,
yet.
no, not yet.
Yeah,
Then
not
Yeah,
yet.
no, he's-
give it 2 years, he'll be all over that.
right.
Well, I still remember actually waking up early to watch The Young Ones, which was a show from Britain, and that was like kind of my morning show. And then I would talk to people about it in school. I'm going like, nobody knows this. Am I the only
My
idiot
Little
here?
Pony, Pound Puppies.
Yeah.
I used to
G.I.
run home
Joe.
to watch
Gummy
DuckTales.
Bears.
Oh yeah, and Rescue Rangers and
I don't think I like.
Chip and Dale.
Darkwing Duck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Darkwing.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Let's get
That was after
Dangerous.
school though. Wasn't that an after school?
Yeah, that was after
Yeah,
school.
those were
Same thing with Batman, the animated series, and Mark Hamill as the best Joker ever.
Dude,
Never seen it.
Batman animated series was life.
We started watching. Brian and I started watching. I've watched like 4
Oh,
episodes.
okay,
I never watched it in the
okay.
90s.
I forgive you.
I read a lot of books.
Brian, it's your job. Brian, it's your job.
To like role play the Batman animated
What?
series show.
You're role playing what?
The Batman animated series, like we pretend like we're.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard something different.
Sure.
Like you do that now?
No, when we were kids, like growing up.
Don't
Hey,
ask.
no judgment, man.
Don't ask. Just let it go.
I'm 100% supportive. You do you.
That's
Like,
why I'm
Please,
married with
man.
my husband.
We don't kink shame here. It's okay.
no, yeah, man.
I'm
We
going
love
to
you
get the
here.
Batman
It's a
mask. I'll be
safe
right back.
space.
Bad dad.
Bat Dad. I'm going to get it.
That guy is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
I'm Bat Dad.
All right, Wack, go ahead and go to your question here.
All right, so I am a super Star Wars guy. Obviously, we were really connecting on our 90s stuff, but obviously see that you're a Star Trek fan, which I purposely switched from a Star Wars background to a Star Trek background.
I'm impressed. That's technology.
Just
Jolly
for
good,
the
jolly
show,
good.
and I think at this point of the night, I know the answer, but
Ah,
Star Trek captain, who's your favorite and why?
Picard, 100%,
Oh.
hands down.
I do.
oh,
Yeah, but
Is it bald hair? Is it bald
well,
hair?
I mean, he is really sexy, but Jake Sisko is, or Jake, not Jake. Jake's the little kid. That's gross. Okay, that was
make it so.
Wow.
And Sisko was
We're
really
kidding.
also very. Janeway was also beautiful. Like all the captains are super hot, but I like Picard because he's a diplomat.
Make it so.
So he's more interested in like seeking solutions. My favorite episode of any Star Trek show of all time is the one where he ends up on that planet with the guy who only speaks in allegory. When they're like it's Darmok at
Yep.
Tanagra is the name of it. And I love that because they have a universal translator. Well, they have a universal translator, right? And the universal translator can't help them because the words, they understand the meaning of the words. They don't understand the context in which the words mean something. And I think that that's so cool because they don't have any linguists left. They don't have any me's in the future because they have a universal translator. So they have no idea how to approach solving this problem. So they have to like start from scratch to do the job that I do every day, which I thought was really interesting. Like, this is why we need more Spanish professors in the whatever century.
That's right. You take that internet.
Just saying. Just keep us around. Don't go for Google Translate. It's not going to help you if you ever meet Darmok.
It will also,
Apple today.
it will also not help you if you're trying to speak Portuguese.
No.
Well, really? It's bad in Portuguese?
Yeah,
Horrible.
terrible.
Horrible.
Did you need to speak Portuguese?
Yes.
Yeah, we used to travel with we used to work for an international MMA company, and we would travel to Brazil to put on fights down there, and everyone down there speaks
Brazil.
Portuguese. So,
Portuguese.
Well, hey, if you ever go back, just take me with you because I speak Portuguese.
common language.
Portuguese is a really, really hard language. It's
And
really tough.
We know some
Good for
basic.
you for being able to speak it.
We know some
Yeah.
basic Spanish. Basic.
Yeah, we know basic Spanish. We knew very
So
minimal.
trying even to use our basic Spanish
No.
in Brazil
Nope.
was not going well.
And we learned menu items, and she learned the things that she's allergic to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To tell them, hey, don't put this on my
But it was
food.
amazing because so many things
I'd
down
like
there
to
are
poop
fresh and not processed.
Yeah.
that, like
The
everything
food-
that
their
I'm
food.
allergic to here is not even an issue down there because
Their food's
their food is
amazing.
not processed.
Their people, depending on where you go, their people were incredibly sweet and nice.
Everyone's
we were
really
surrounded
nice,
by
yeah.
really nice people, but the food was so fresh. The fruit was incredible. Like everything was great, but we had to learn how to speak a little bit of basic Portuguese, and it was tough. And you
And even
try
the
to use
people that
Google
speak-
Translate, and
yeah.
no.
Even the people that spoke English down there, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
My cousin Kevin is living down in Brazil right now teaching English, and he has a travel blog called Caffeinated Excursions, and he's been talking a lot about that. 'Cause he's basically during the pandemic, like he got out of I think he was in Rio, and then he got out of Rio and started going to smaller towns to sort of not be in the epicenter. And so he's just been talking about all these little towns. And I was like, how did you get around so easily? Because he doesn't speak Portuguese. He lived in Mexico City and he lived in Vietnam before this. He travels a lot. And he's just like, I just know how to figure that out, I guess.
I mean, good for him. Because it's not easy to just pick up from one country to another. There's a lot of words that may sound similar. And a lot of people think, oh, Spanish, Portuguese, close. And I'm like, even myself, being native from Venezuela, I'm going, I don't know. That doesn't sound anything close.
Not even close.
Yeah, nothing.
So at least for the people that I know, like the people that I know that speak Portuguese understand Spanish better than the people that speak Spanish understand Portuguese.
100%. 100%.
Yes.
And we thought that was quite
I concur.
But that is 100% normal. And then we were having to take our English posts that we were doing for the social media aspect of it, and they're like, send it to us
into Portuguese, because we were using Google Translate to do our post on our social media for the Portuguese in Brazil. And they were like, you need to stop. This sounds horrible. I can't believe you would put that on the internet that someone said this. That makes them sound like a complete imbecile.
Idiot. Yeah. And
that they don't care about
using
such
Google
and
like
such.
we were
And I'm
told
like,
to. We were told
I don't know how to speak Portuguese, and I don't know anything about Portuguese. So I'm using Google Translate, and they're like, do not use Google Translate.
Yeah.
Go to a Portuguese speaking person.
Yeah, please.
Get them to translate everything that you want to say.
So we're basically putting up
on
weeks worth of posts, and they would translate it, and then we put it in. And even then, which was interesting to us, even then, another person that spoke Portuguese would be like, that's not right. That's not right. So there's different levels of Portuguese that yeah, it was.
Well, we were having someone that spoke English and Portuguese. Like, they were mainly an American person that their family was from Brazil, translating the post. So her main
dialect wrong. Was Portuguese
English,
is tough.
Yes.
So Chad, if you speak Portuguese, don't type it in. We won't be able to read it. So we love y'all.
If you need a translator, contact Melissa.
I mean, or you might have the same problem that you guys have with your friend who is.
Yeah, exactly. Going like, that's not right.
Melissa, obviously, with all the craziness that is going on, what is the deal with classes now? Are you online? Are you in person? Are you on?
That face.
What the heck is going on?
She says she Zooms a lot.
The answer to all of those questions is yes.
No, sí.
Muy bien, excelente.
So cultured. Habla español.
A plus. Muy bien. So yeah, I have. So 2 days a week, I have classes with half face-to-face students in the classroom, and then I have half of my students remote on the laptop while I'm teaching. So I teach both groups at the same time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then for the other half of the week, I have them all on Zoom because that way they can see each other's mouths moving. So we could do more pronunciation and stuff like that. It's actually really hard when you're learning a foreign language, like one of the hardest skills to learn is to talk on the telephone because you don't have any visual cues.
Sure.
And so it's really hard for them to do that with masks on. And in the classroom, of course, Florida Southern's taken a lot of measures to make sure everybody's safe. So they're all like super spaced out. So that makes like small group work hard. And of course, then they're speaking, bad Spanish through a mask from 30 feet away, like trying to understand each other. And it's challenging.
I didn't even think about that aspect of learning or not learning so much, but continuing to learn, advanced learning of a language.
Oh, I'm teaching the kids from the bottom up too. I have Spanish 1. I have four classes. So I teach Spanish 1, like 2, 3. Actually, I have 5 classes.
Like people who didn't even take it in high school.
Yeah, I have some total beginners in my class. Mm-hmm.
So basically, go ahead.
I thought like you had to have like a prereq to even take.
Well, consider that some kids may have taken French, Latin, German, something else in high school, or they lived in a state where they had another alternative. That's not typical.
That's true. Not everyone is coming from Florida.
Yeah. It's not as typical. Most of the students.
What is that like? Like I took Spanish in middle school.
Yeah.
Your northern states would do
probably
French.
do French. Yeah.
I'm sure New York would do Yiddish. But anyways, so, I'm sorry. Frick, you're going to say something.
Well, I was just going to giggle because her answer, you posted in a mom group this morning and posted that exact answer. And I was like, yeah, my kids are doing half e-learning, half. So that's really funny. I was like, wait a minute, that was you.
Yeah. Yep.
That's and that sucks. If you're 30 foot away, yada yada yada. Like, why a mask? Like,
well,
I don't want to get into all that.
We're also in the room for a long period of time, right? So I'm with these students for an hour and 45 minutes at a time. So it's like that recirculated air and stuff. Like, you just want to make sure you're not putting as many. And it also reduces viral load. So like, even if you get it, you still don't get as much of the virus, so you don't have as necessarily as bad a case.
That makes sense in that area. I was just going, you're 30 feet away from each other, and it's still like.
I mean, the kids are 6 feet away. I have a teacher area at the front of the room, which again for me is really difficult because a typical classroom for me is me talking as little as possible. Like the better idea is that they're speaking Spanish as much as possible, and I kind of am interacting with them and correcting them and giving them feedback.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Okay, so the students are still 6 feet. The students are still 6 feet apart, and I was going like, that's gonna be hard to cheat. What's answer number 3?
So what I've done is you have to rethink your entire. This is what this is really caused. Is I have to reinvent my entire profession on the fly. So it's like, okay, so you have to give these exams remotely, right? And they're gonna have access to everything. So how are you gonna make an assessment actually practical or valuable? It's not them sitting in a room with no resources now. It's them sitting behind a computer with the entire accumulated knowledge of human history in the palm of their hand, right?
Yep.
It's not like, you can like block through programs. You can block, like, they can't go to external websites, but you can't stop them from using another device.
Right, or their mom or whatever, like a book on their shelf. So it's like, so instead of saying, okay, how am I going to get these kids to recall things that they've memorized, it's how do I get these kids to apply things that I've taught them? So now they may have the information in their book, but now they have to use it in a contextual way to communicate some idea. And that really, I mean, if you think about it, it's really more or less what I want them to be doing, more than just recalling information. I want them to
it's not just regurgitation, it's actually putting it into action, because that's what's going to help them understand a sentence structure, or why you should say it in this fashion when it comes to this context, or something like that.
Or even how do you communicate things when you know you're not saying it right? You can still communicate lots of things. Like, and we do that non-verbally. Like, you're in a bar and you finish your we're all in a bar. We finish our drink, and like in Spain you would go like this, and the waiter would bring you your check. And so one of my students was on a Fulbright this year, and she texted me on Facebook, and she was like, Dr. Garr, I just found out a thing, this like squiggly thing people do with their arms. And I was like, you mean like in a restaurant? She's like, yeah, it means they bring you your check. And I was like, yeah. Like, I had no idea. I've been watching people wave their arms like they were waving magic wands at Hogwarts this whole time, and I had no idea.
I'm like, I do that here in the States.
Yeah, I thought that's like the universal thing.
That's like a universal.
I was really surprised you didn't know that.
And it's funny, now that I think about it, I do that.
Small box.
Oh my gosh.
Big box.
So me and Wack, we have this thing where we have this preconception of people in restaurants. They cannot ask for a box without using their hands.
Signal.
Oh yeah.
Because now there's 2 different sizes of boxes. Like, there's a small box and there's a big box. And if you want a small box or a big box, there's a difference. When you want a big box, you can't just say, I want a big box. You have to say, I want a big box. And you do your hands flat and open.
Frack.
If you want a small box, you have to go like this and like
like a little box.
Yeah,
it looks like the eensy weensy spider.
It is.
So if you go to a restaurant, we do this
all the time.
We haven't been able to do this often now, but
no, not so much now.
Pre-COVID, watch people, like, we were big people watchers.
Yeah, we're nerds. It's scary.
Or creepers.
Says the Facebook stalker.
But yeah, if you watch people in restaurants, they cannot just ask for a box. They have to do the motion, or
Big box is daddy shark.
Always.
It's really interesting that you bring that up.
I would say 90% of the time, people have to use the hand motion.
It's so that nonverbal communication is one of my favorite things to learn about when I learn a new language. Is learning those things. So like Frack in Venezuela, like do they talk with their face a lot? Do people talk with their faces?
He does.
I mean, okay, as you're seeing right now, you do get animated after several. After imbibing some liquids that are not just water, yeah, it comes out a lot more. But it depends where in Venezuela you're at too. You know, people from my home city to the capital, completely different. But what I was going to say is real quick. You're talking about the box gesture and everything else. If I'm going to say like, if I need a small box, I go from big to small. What I do is like, can I get a small? So that they can see from big to, or for big, I'm like, can I get a big box? So that they can see the movement. So it's weird. Yeah, that's like the open or the smaller. So it's so weird you're talking about that now. I have something to people watch with. Be careful, all of you.
Well, so in Puerto Rico, they you point with your mouth. So like if I want the beer, I go like, where's the book? And I'm like this. And that's a thing. Or like the word for greedy in Puerto Rico, they use the word elbow. So they just go like this. Like if someone's like really greedy or stingy, they're like,
what are you?
Interesting.
And there's always that face too. It's not just this gesture. It's always like a
it's like, yeah, somebody's taking too much. So.
Like that's really interesting because you don't even have to say anything, or like even gestures like this means like a lot of money.
Shoot, it means I'm gonna grab your booty.
Sorry, no, it means there's a lot of. It means there's a lot of people. It means there's a lot of people. So you're like, oh, I don't want to go there during COVID. Why? Like,
I'm gonna grab
a lot of booty.
I was thinking somebody's gonna grab my nutsack or something. I was like, there's people, you know. It sounds painful. I don't want to be there.
Yeah, and then of course everyone, like even in English, we do this.
Yeah,
for
money. Yeah.
Right?
Frack.
Can you keep doing that? I'm getting a little excited.
Okay. Now with that voice, it'll be like it sounds like too hurtful now. People pay for that. Anyway, it's not the point. So we're gonna move a little bit forward here now to our game for the evening. It's called You Decide.
Somebody paid for it.
It's called You Decide. So you know, it's. I wanted to make this point from earlier. I feel like a wizard. I have like sleeves here to like hide things in.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you wearing a robe?
I'd ask you to stand up, but I don't want you to stand up.
Listen.
He's doing Han Solo. It just dawned on me.
He's like,
he looks like he's dressed up as Luke Skywalker right now.
Like the only thing I have that's white is a robe. So I just
exactly. I have a shirt, but I'm like, you know what? You guys said white, never said what.
No underwear. You know, we know this.
Frank. No one wears underwear with a robe.
He's got a Speedo on.
Who wears underwear with?
You know what? I will keep everybody guessing.
Well, listen.
Please do.
Have you ever been to the beach with Frack?
I have not been to the beach with Frack.
Okay, so it's a Speedo.
Thanks, Patty.
But we have been to pools together. We have been to pools.
Or super tight workout pants. Those you got two options.
I have seen the Speedos.
Yeah.
Unfortunately
that's
for
the
everybody.
more common one. He did wear the super tight workout pants once. And then he wore them.
Made fun of him enough that we're like, what
last
are
week.
You doing?
Last week.
Yes, my universe pants.
My universe pants. All right.
You can see the
space pants. Space pants.
Space pants. You can see the universe.
All right. So we're playing again with You Decide. Thank you all for focusing on me. It's not about me, y'all.
Uranus.
Quit looking at my...
I don't want to decide about his inness.
Yeah, you don't. You really don't.
All right. So the game of You Decide this evening, we try to choose around 90s sci-fi material. So the beautiful thing about this is that we get to make choices. The horrible thing is that you have to fight it off at the end.
So I have to wait. I have to what?
We have to make choices.
Oh, okay.
So this is kind of like a basketball bracket where he's going to things against things and then make a final decision. So,
okay.
The comment I was trying to make earlier originally was the fact that even though we have now this, and thank you Restream for helping us get all this live on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, but for some reason YouTube is still like 45 seconds in delay. Anyways,
yeah, all right, they'll catch up with us eventually.
So anyway, the first You Decide box we have here is in my Zoom box here, right above and below. We have to make two decisions, and you have to choose. and the choice is between Star Trek Voyager or Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oof. Like, to eliminate one.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to pick your favorite one out of the two.
Oof.
So out of those two, Star Trek Voyager or Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
I'm going to get rid of Deep Space Nine.
Ooh, so you're going to go with Voyager.
Wow.
Because Deep Space Nine is very different from the rest of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them are all about, exploring outward, and Deep Space Nine is about being in one place. And also, I think Babylon 5 may have done it better. Very controversial statement.
I was going to put it, but I didn't want to, but all right.
But I'm going to start. And actually, Babylon 5 was like, they came up with the idea first, and then Deep Space Nine had a really similar premise, but it actually aired first, but the production had started. The idea was put out there first by Babylon 5 people. So
not wrong. They were both competing for who's going to be the first one to go here.
Yeah, man, Babylon 5 is killer. I'm sure that's not on our brackets either, because I would just be like, get rid of everything. Babylon 5.
I was thinking about it. I was going to put Babylon in there, but I wanted to keep it Star Trek wise and then go to the other one. So it's trust me, it was in my choices. But anyways, okay. So Frick, out of those two,
not your turn. Yeah, Frick, go ahead.
So I'm actually going with Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
Frack.
We have a rebel. I'm staying with Voyager as well because of pretty much similar reasons. It was more following the timeline.
Patty.
I'll go with Voyager because I wasn't thinking about all that. But
Wack. I'm also with Voyager. Yep.
All right.
Oh, man.
So Frick, you got a drink, and Voyager wins. Apparently she's having technical difficulties, so we'll deal with that in a second here.
You're gonna spank a child. Which one of your kids need a whooping?
Somebody's screaming, and I don't know who it is.
Not the dog.
It's my soul. I'm a teacher.
Okay, and apparently we have Kristen upset in chat about Deep Space Nine. So
sorry, Kristen.
Sorry,
I have a deep and abiding love. I talked about that. I have a deep and abiding love.
It's like I say, the truth hurts. Sorry, Kristen. We love you.
It's all
right, Boo. I'm with you. So it's all good.
It's a tough decision.
Frick, are we on your side of the bracket, or are we down on Patty?
Patty. Oh, let's get down on Patty.
Hey, get down on it. Get down on it.
Give me the opportunity.
Funny stuff earlier today.
Red. Okay. So, Red Dwarf or Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
I knew she would say
great. Ooh,
not even like a hesitation.
I've never seen Red Dwarf.
Frack. That's your fault.
I have a slight. Here's a deficiency. I have to pick the one that I know about, but that doesn't mean it's
Frack. No, that's Frack put together this bracket. bracket.
But no, but
I have been told many times that I need to watch Red Dwarf.
Hey, you need to watch Red Dwarf.
You're supposed to profile and click movies and shows and see the things.
And I did, but still, you never know. I'm just saying.
You know what? They say that stuff gets liked for you, and you didn't necessarily like it. I don't remember ever clicking like on anything.
Okay, listen,
I must have done a lot.
We cannot go down the rabbit hole with Wack about Facebook, please. Let's just stop right there.
All right.
He took some liberties.
As we use Facebook Live.
Exactly.
Love you, Zach. Hi.
Okay, all right, Frick, go ahead.
I've never.
Pick one.
Say Red Dwarf.
Okay, say Red Dwarf.
she said the word say. Frack, go ahead.
Red Dwarf. I'm going with Red Dwarf.
You're wrong. Patty.
So I have also never seen Red Dwarf. I have also never seen Doctor Who.
Oh my!
I'm okay with that.
And it is insanely popular, so I'm going to go with Doctor Who.
Popular.
Double.
All right.
I feel like I need to watch it because there are so many references.
So many friends have seen Doctor Who that.
And I'm not saying that I would enjoy it, but I feel like I need to watch it just so I have that cultural.
Yeah, we have several friends that like a lot of the things.
It's really awesome.
I feel like I need that cultural context.
So we're Doctor Who, and is that a split?
I have to say that I'm already getting text messages from my friends who are watching. I've never seen Dwarf.
Love it.
All right. Okay. So in this case, Frick and Frack, we got to take a drink. Apparently, Doctor Who wins.
Does the internet win because the internet said Red Dwarf and the rest of us little lowly nerds said Doctor Who?
Okay.
Everybody.
Hey,
Brian, I agree with you. 90s Doctor Who wasn't that great. Actually, most of it wasn't great. I said it. Get at me.
Frick, you're up, top and
I
bottom.
don't know.
All right, Frick.
Quantum Leap or Alf?
Yeah. I did my research. You're welcome.
Wow, that's right to
research
my
on
heart,
this side of
man.
the bracket.
I'm gonna go with Quantum Leap.
Oh wow! Holy cow!
I'm gonna go with Quantum Leap for several reasons. One, because it's a great theme song to that show. Number two,
you're hitting.
I am a sucker for those, aren't I? And
Wax.
number two, the last episode of Quantum Leap, without giving anything away, occurs in a bar in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is where I lived as a child and where I went to college.
Oh, okay. So ties.
Cool. Did not know that. Very awesome.
Okay.
Shout out to the Yinzers.
Yeah, oh, the Yins.
Yinzers, yeah.
All right, so Frick.
So I've seen both.
Okay, let's say that.
I loved both, but I remember more of Alf than I do Quantum Leap, so I'm going to have to go with Alf.
Sure.
There was actually a funny episode in Spanish, Alf, that
Eating a cat.
You can't.
No. It's he was stuck in traffic. He was stuck in traffic and basically saying, "Hey, lady, this isn't a
Have the
parade."
punchline before you do the story.
You know what? The timpani is kicking in really strong. So, but anyways,
I just had like 3 sips of it. What?
this is my second full glass here. Okay. I am going with Quantum Leap here because number one, I forget the second guy's name.
Al.
Like there's a lot of shit.
Well, no, I know Al. Yeah, no, but I'm talking about his real name. But I met both Scott Bakula, who was the main character, and the guy who played Al. I met him as well at a Dragon Con many years ago in Atlanta. He was not very happy to be there. Anyways.
Also, Scott Bakula was in a Star Trek show.
Yes, he was, and also I met Lori Petty there too. Who was Tank Girl. Anyways, she wasn't also happy to be there too. Anywho, all right then. So go ahead, Patty.
So I'm gonna be the only one here that chooses Alf. But
I chopped liver.
Frick just chose Alf.
Me and my dad.
Wait, did it Frick? I'm sorry. Did I?
Alf all the time, and that was like our show was Alf. And I've also never seen Quantum Leap, so I know everyone's gonna have a heart attack. But
I'll work on that, y'all. I will work on that.
Thank you, Wack.
Wack just looked at me. I was Google searching Quantum Leap. Just like maybe I have watched it and I didn't remember. No, I've never seen it and never heard of it.
I saw her go into the Google slide and highlight it. I'm like, is she already moving Alf to the winner? Because that's not how this works. That's not what she was doing at all.
Yeah,
she was opening up Quantum Leap to Google search it because she has never even heard of it, let alone seen it. And
wow.
I'm sorry for failing you all.
Was,
and I'm sorry
was that a cable show?
Sorry for failing you.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a cable show.
Oh, there it was.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have cable.
All
I didn't watch movies and I didn't have cable.
I think that was a Donald P. Bellisario show, and he did so many good shows.
Oh, he did. Bellisario did.
So
he had an empire.
We will watch multiple episodes to which she will now watch it and go, "This is stupid," because we're light years ahead in technology, production, and blah blah blah. But if you were to watch this back in the 80s,
Goonies.
Showing her Goonies.
Like he showed me. It was probably like 2 years after we started dating. He showed me Goonies, and he was like, "Oh, it's the most amazing '80s movie ever." And I was like, "Okay, '80s movie, I'm here for it." I was like, "This is retarded."
But
and
now we watch Stranger Things, and she's like, "This is incredible."
But he's like, "Imagine watching it in the '80s," and I was like, "Yeah, it would have been pretty epic then."
Yes, imagine and watching Goonies.
Right, like as a kid,
ultimate. You're going out and discovering a freaking pirate ship with the.
As a kid, it would have been awesome, but as an adult watching it, I was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah,
yeah, and they would have had cell phones. They would have just
but
I was like, "How does?"
All right, okay, stay on target.
No, and we're essentially staying on topic here, and it's okay to screw just a little bit, but. Yes, I will make sure that we watch a couple episodes of Quantum Leap, to which she will look at and go, "This is stupid. And I'll go, yes, but put yourself as if you're
In the
watching
80s.
In the 80s, yeah.
like it's Stranger Things, because Stranger Things is one of the greatest.
I love Stranger Things.
Late 70s, early 80s to 90s style show that's out there right now. My vote is Alf as well. I mean, Alf for now,
Yay.
because I
Alf.
grew up on Alf, watching Alf with my family. I also grew up on Quantum Leap, and I love all the tech stuff, but
Bunch of cat eaters.
yeah, but Alf had the comedy.
I think that's
So does that
why
mean we have to drink because we voted for Quantum
Yeah,
Leap?
yeah.
I still think that's why I don't like cats.
Damn you, Alf!
All right.
I mean,
Wack,
our kids
okay.
want the cat real bad.
Before Wack does
Go ahead.
his,
Dog.
I'm sorry. Before Wack does his, yes, I know the Monsters is not really 90s, but I had to get something close as far as the genres go. So just take it from there.
That's fine.
Preface and say, get off my topic. Up top, we got the Munsters. The Munsters. Down bottom, Addams Family. So you got the Munsters or the Addams Family.
Oh man.
Which one are you dropping?
Okay. So if we're talking just about TV show, I would go with the Munsters, but the
Yes,
Addams Family has but I was going to say the Addams Family has the movie universe.
Great movie. Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Yeah, you can't.
can we just say Joe? It's Joan Cusack, right? Right? Malibu, Barbie. Like you just can't. It's got to be the Addams Family just by association. I was a ballerina, graceful, delicate. So good. So good.
Okay, so what's your choice then?
I'm gonna go with the Addams Family. Da 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 da.
There it is.
Frick? Oh, okay, we know her option.
Frack.
I'm sorry, I'm going with the Monsters.
Patty.
Not sorry.
So, based on the TV show,
Right.
or I never saw an Addams Family TV show, so I'm gonna go with the Monsters.
Woo, finally.
I didn't see
50-50.
that back. I didn't see that
I'm
back
sorry,
when it
everybody.
came
I'm
out.
working on this, I promise.
I didn't see it back when it came out. My dad actually married my sister's,
Married
my
a
half
monster?
sister,
Or an
mom,
Addams Family?
and she was born in the 70s, so she loved the Monsters, and she made me watch the Monsters. So yeah, and I thought it was really freaking entertaining. So
I would go with the Addams Family just for those incredible boobs.
All right.
But the Monsters. Gotta
Oh,
go with the
man.
Monsters because I grew
But
up.
also, I just love Gomez and Morticia. Like that's
Yeah.
well, I love them. I
That-
saw
yeah.
the movies. I did see the movies because when my dad was married to my half sister's mom,
Frick, no Monsters.
we
Move
watched
on.
those movies. But
That was the Monsters,
I didn't know
right?
there was
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't know there was a TV show.
All right, so onward we go.
Finally, one that I chose went forward. Finally, last week.
Bracket on the top left.
All right. So we have now the choice between Star Trek Voyager and Doctor Who.
Semifinals. Here we go.
Doctor Who.
Woo!
Because we're talking like Doctor Who is what 50 plus years of content compared with Voyager, which is arguably one of the weakest Star Trek series. Yeah.
And it's the same
Way to
thing.
go.
Some doctor always dies and somebody comes over and just
Rick.
repeats.
Yeah. So,
I know, I'm like, me too.
Kristen, who do I choose?
Say Voyager.
I'm gonna go Star
Gotta wait
Trek.
90 seconds for that to come back. You know?
Mhm.
Okay, she says choose who. Thanks, Boo.
Choose the Who, Frack.
Oh, I'm staying with Voyager.
Patty.
So there's really 50 years of Doctor Who.
Plus. Yeah, they had a 50th anniversary special like 4 years ago. Or something.
Ridiculously
Or
enough.
5 years ago.
I'm 50,
I have
50
never
years behind on content.
Heard, okay, I've heard of it, and obviously it's very popular, but I did not even know. So my dad did watch a little bit of Star Trek, so I'm gonna have to go with Star Trek because I have actually seen some Star Trek.
And I'm going to also go with Star Trek because
Finally.
sorry.
I'm
Am I the only one who went with Doctor? Oh, except for Frick.
yeah. Okay. I know my sister's gonna hate me for this, but I'm so glad Doctor Who's out.
All right. Frick, go ahead and introduce the semifinals to the right side of the bracket.
Get at me, chat.
Alf or the Munsters?
Alf.
Alf.
Oh yeah,
I was
Alf.
thinking, I'm
Sorry, skipping you. You don't matter.
well, obviously.
You're a
I
big
snoozed.
doesn't matter, wino.
Yeah, I snoozed apparently. So hey, So, well, apparently Alf wins because I was going to go for the Munsters. But anyways.
Run it, Alf.
I mean, I didn't vote for the Munsters the first. I guess I didn't vote for either of them.
It's fine. It's fine. All right.
That was like our show. Like me and my dad. Like that was our
championship round. What my kid would call the trophy game.
Trophy match.
All right, Patty, call it out.
Yep, call it out.
Oh,
she's not looking at it. Here, you can look on my screen. There you go.
Well, okay.
Championship round.
So
those two.
Sorry, Voyager or Alf.
Yeah, with
Alf and Alf.
With some enthusiasm. Yeah, Alf versus Alf.
Sorry, Star Trek Voyager or Alf.
Woo!
Good job, Patty.
Great idea, sliding it over to her. Yeah, it worked out well.
Alf.
Okay, so we have the first two. Alf. I will go with Alf on this one. Yeah.
You got to.
He's a furry little dude that eats cats.
Alf is the champion.
Alf, you win, buddy. I'm just glad that.
I feel like we need little icons of things that we could be thrown up there as the champion.
It's like Melmac for life.
Of course, we never know. So we would need 8 different things.
They need like an Alf react on Zoom or something.
Oh, we need to do that.
I feel like Alf is
on Twitch. You can
underrated. We actually watched some Alf the other day. We were just bored and we're like, "There's nothing on. There's no movies we want to watch."
I didn't watch it that much back in the day. I feel like I was young, or maybe I was young for it. I don't know.
Again, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I am so glad that Doctor Who did not win.
Kristen said, "How the heck did Alf win the '90s sci-fi challenge?" Like,
you know what, Kristen?
Awesome.
You know what? You make the show and you start telling us, okay?
It's because Frack threw in Red Dwarf.
I don't even think it was the Red Dwarf. I just,
Alf is awesome.
Because Alf is awesome. Because
it is.
I mean, I feel like if Alf
had a stuffed animal, none of the others did.
If Alf is still going on, I would be Alf for Halloween.
All right, let me ask you this one as like a bonus round. Would it be Alf or Mork and Mindy?
Alf.
Well,
we could have a decade challenge.
Okay, I was gonna say because we're talking about that Mork and Mindy was that 70s or
No.
Early 80s?
Early 80s, yeah. So
I know it's interdecade now. We gotta
interdecade now. Again, Brian, get off my back. The Munsters and the Addams Family was the closest I could get about that. So please, all right. I'm working with what I got here.
All over Frack right now. All over.
What's he saying? I didn't see the chat.
No, the Munsters and the Addams Family are in there. Nicely done.
Yeah. So Brian's just hate. I'll just hug him and we'll be okay. So and Kristen.
Hugs, not hate.
Kristen, stay devastated. Sorry. Anyways, just Doctor Who. Ugh. Anyways, get at me. I don't care. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Just let's hate.
I will show her where you live so she can stab you.
I will text her my address. I don't care. This Tempranillo one is really aggressive.
No kidding.
Este vino de España, Dios mío. Hostia.
Those young grapes, man, they're just like not sedate, like old grapes, like.
Yeah. But in reality, we all love you, and we thank you everybody for jumping in. Seriously, we love this. We like having fun. I like drinking. Not the point. Anywho.
And if you weren't
really, I didn't know that.
In reality, if you weren't drinking along with us tonight, you missed out.
You were probably not laughing as much as we are.
You're probably like Frick up in the corner going, "These guys are idiots.
I'm ready to go to bed."
These guys are idiots. I have to eat. I want to eat a snack. I'm probably going to drink 2 more cups.
Stop calling me out for being a fat kid, okay?
No. She is. She's going to yell at people tonight because people are yelling at her house, and she does not like that.
If you think I'm going out in there and getting a plate of cheese and crackers right now, you're wrong because we have delicious cheese.
Some hummus is calling my name.
A lot of good cheese and crackers.
I'm coming over to your house.
I dropped off chocolate cake, so you guys deal with
that. Shit was gone the first day.
Oh, the whiskey barrel cheese.
If you shop at Publix, you need to go to Publix and go to
their little cheese section.
Cheese section in the deli.
They have
with some caramel.
It's a whiskey barrel cheese.
The best.
It's amazing. It's
so
amazing.
Good. In Spain they have cheese that's shaped like a boob, and they literally call it tit cheese. It's called
I need
and you can totally get it. It's like if it's sitting on the bottom and it's like pointed at the top. It's like this
I need
shaped
I need
cheese.
some tit cheese
I need
in my
chip
mouth.
cheese.
Tit cheese.
It's a lot better than. No, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
Yes, I was just thinking about that. I was like, not if it's like you had your sports bra on and
That is completely not what I was going
No, no, that's more like a Gouda.
Ignore her.
maybe
I love Patty's innocence.
maybe I don't want the tit cheese because I know what the guy's cheese is.
All right,
and
scenario, new segment that we're working on.
And Frick is not gonna die of shame.
Frick, end of the Thursday night webcast. What are you doing? What's your next step when we sign off?
So freaking embarrassed. I just want to go to.
She's like, I've shut down.
What are you embarrassed by?
Us?
Y'all. So what are you talking about? Our closing thing? What are you doing?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm doing a scenario of us just bullshitting for 12 seconds. So a scenario.
What we were talking about? Okay, so I walk outside and there are...
No, a scenario. What are you doing when we sign off after this?
Oh, I thought we were going to play that fun game.
No, this is a real life game.
You want the truth?
Real life game. Scenario when we
You
sign
can't
off.
handle the truth.
I'm going to send a text that
Hi,
says,
Melissa.
you up?
Hey, Kevin! Drank enough water.
Wait. Hey, boo.
Frack,
sorry.
Frack, what's the sign off? What you doing?
I am finishing that bottle of wine, the rest of this beer, and then trying to move everything back to my room and not stumble.
Hold that bottle up. How much is left?
Maybe a cup.
Still half.
Oh, wow.
I'm surprised.
Literally,
Come on over, man.
You stuck to the 4 to 6 ounces like a champ. Brooke and I are like 8 ounces.
Take it from the bottle.
Yeah,
we poured.
We get a bottle of.
So we get a bottle.
Yeah, our bottle of wine is.
It's 4 glasses.
2 glasses of wine each. Is that normal?
That wasn't the right decision.
It depends on how large your glass is, really. I mean, if you have a bucket, it only pours one.
Oh.
You just put the little sipper glass on.
Yeah.
Like a baby bottle nipple
Are you
or
choking?
something.
Do we need to come save you?
I taste Spain.
Frack, you want to come over?
I don't think I should after all this.
I don't think you should either.
No, maybe Uber if there's any available, but
Uber, we got an Uber.
Again, I said earlier, drink responsibly and also Uber or taxi or oh my god, that hurt.
I'd say Uber over and hang out, but we sold the bed and the bed frame.
We did.
Oh, it's okay. Hey,
not ours.
So there's
room.
So in the guest room there is no longer a place to sleep.
You can lay on the floor.
Your couch is pretty comfy though.
Thank you, Brian. We appreciate
We're turning it into an office.
Yeah, it's actually.
Thank you, Brian. We love you, buddy. And we miss you too.
Murphy bed.
Tyler walked in today and he goes, "Oh, thank you for cleaning." I go, what? And he goes, "Thank you for cleaning in here." I go, because every time when you walked in the door, you could not walk in there. There was so much stuff. You could not walk anywhere. Like he has this little like craft corner where it has like the coloring books, the markers, the slime, all the kid things. But he could only go right there.
He could go right there and grab his stuff
and get out.
The room.
So now he can actually walk into the room and walk around. Thank you for cleaning.
Thank you to everybody who's buying his old toys.
Yeah.
We put them up. We're like, just make us an offer.
Please.
If you say $10, done. $20,
there's still some items left.
Respectful
if anyone
offers,
wants them.
you know what I mean. Melissa, you exit out of this show. What is your next step?
I'm going to the Paddy Wack house to watch Doctor Who.
Nice.
Yes. Come over. Show us the.
Oh yes, would love to hang out with you. Absolutely would love to hang out with you. So good to meet you.
It was nice to meet you guys too, and nice to see Frack again.
Yeah, in a robe. A little
in
more,
a robe. I can't
more
believe
clothes than normal.
I can't believe that he was wearing a robe this entire time, but we didn't figure it out until almost the end of the show.
Patty,
maybe he was getting a pedicure this whole time and we didn't know. We don't know what's going on over there.
I'm a little jealous. Around. Where's the little Chinese woman?
She's Vietnamese.
Don't want to see her right now. Okay, she's busy.
Okay, I was gonna make a joke that I'm gonna stop right there because
doing his toes.
Well, because usually after the guest segment, I keep forgetting that I've been drinking some, and I'm going like, "Oh, we're being recorded." And also, I'm trying not to drown. Jesus, drown. I'm trying not to. I'm done talking.
You need to buy that bottle of wine again and bring it over to our house.
For real though. Just send it to all of us.
Do it Saturday and Sunday or tomorrow, but we don't have any plans.
We're gonna be home all weekend.
Yeah, we're home. Patty, you exit the show. What are you doing?
Going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
how honest.
The dog out to go potty, and then getting some cheese and crackers.
Yep. I exit the show. I'm going for cheese and crackers as well. Yes. So, Carlos, do you want to do the do a little?
Oh, come on, man.
Carlos
again.
You're making me hurt. All right, so
my liver is exploding.
Get on it, man.
All right, so listen to the guy drinking wine all night about the market. Hey,
it's not your turn. You have to give some love to the guest.
Well,
you're not as important as she is.
Aw, that's the nicest thing that anyone said to me in the last 15 minutes.
Not.
The sad part is you said that's the nicest thing. Anyways, so Cherish, I'm glad to join for wine some other time for sure, but our guest, now, as I always get very loving at the end of the segments and whatnot. So, but first and foremost, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us. We love you, whether they mean it or not, but I mean it. So,
thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah, so no, like I said, it's very glad. Again, everybody joining us again every single night, or not every single night, every single Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, here live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook. Even though you're 45 seconds
we can do all the things now.
Yeah, we do all the things now.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Yes, so sponsors. Wait, Kelly from
Kelly
Southern?
Snow,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Stratton, Lakeland's Health and Family Chiropractic.
Hey, saved me there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's what teams are for. But anyways, seriously, Melissa, thank you for hanging out with us.
We love you so much, and we're like, we don't go with last names. We're just like, Kelly, we love you.
Yeah. So yes, but seriously, thank you for being on tonight, to hang out with us, to drink with us, to BS with us. Everybody on chat who's been jumping on here, we love you all so much. We appreciate you. We're not doing this just for us to hear ourselves talk. We're doing this for
drinking.
This
excuse for actual.
This is our life break. The whole point is to every Thursday night step away from every bit of negativity and everything, because the only thing you can do is turn on the TV and flip through channels and go negativity, negativity, negativity. Or you can go to your show that you have always watched instead of going to the shows that you haven't watched. But we get on here to goof off every Thursday. We talked about it for years about doing it, and the whole point.
And I feel like more people need an escape now than they did like back in the day.
Yeah, if you don't need an escape now more than ever, then good for you. Bravo. Please extend to me what you are doing, because
cocaine.
Because we need the escape.
This is our Thursday night escape, just to step away from life for a few seconds and laugh and look back on happy memories. That's why we do the segments that we do, to bring up stuff from most of us are 80s babies, bring up 80s stuff, 90s stuff, today's stuff. We do this segment in history to bring back old school stuff that none of us probably even knew about. The whole point is just to step away from life for just 2 hours. And,
enjoy.
And not live off of mainstream media. So, yeah, it's our blessing in disguise, and we've talked about it for years, and I'm so thankful to be together with my friends and hang out and have new friends and make new friends that now I'm like, okay, I need to go hang out with you because you're awesome.
Oh, gosh, thanks. Shucks.
So, gee golly willikers.
And because you can talk sexy Spanish to me.
It's true. I can
and
talk
Portuguese.
Spanish and Portuguese and a little bit of French. So.
Do not talk. Listen, we pulled up to Disney one day. we had Disney passes up until this year, and obviously
until COVID.
Because we were like, can we ever go back to Disney? So we pulled up, and there was a Spanish girl, and she said, "Oh, Timothy."
She looked at his ID, and she said, "Oh, Timothy, you have a nice day, Timothy."
And I looked
we
at,
drove
I
off.
looked at Patty and I said,
he took his ID. He put it back in his wallet, and we drove off. And he looked at me. He goes, "You need to call me Timothy." He's like, "Why haven't you ever called me Timothy?"
we need to work on this because that was hot and I'm getting a little excited. So,
I'm like, we're about to take our 2-year-old into Disney right now, and you're getting all excited about somebody calling me
I'm over
Timothy.
here going, Patty, you need to take some Spanish classes. And now
Hey,
now you know a Spanish professor.
know the right person. Yes.
I'm like,
So-
oh Lord.
Melissa, tell us where we can find you, what's going on in life, and give us 60 seconds about
How to sign up for a class.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you go to admissions at Florida Southern College, and I'm right here in Lakeland, like downtown. I'm hanging out and having a good time. I love my job. I love my friends, and I'm so grateful that you guys invited me here today to share some good times with you. Thank you. My lesson planning tomorrow is going to be so much easier now.
Yeah, I love it. And we loved having you here tonight. It was so good to meet you.
Yes, it was very fun.
Frack, you get.
Oh, look at you.
You get
Look at
10
you.
seconds.
Okay, all right. So,
About your company.
all right, okay. About the market. So, generally, the biggest talk right now is the fact that people are revisiting how they're seeing the future of the market and the world and the international market as well. So, you're going to see a lot of more, even though the market is international, you're going to see a lot more actions being taken on that because you're going to want people buying from different countries as far as saying, hey, this is doing well, bringing it over to a different country as far as where it's established. So be on the lookout for the future in the near term about international companies being bought out by different companies because they want to take advantage of the markets happening. So, boom, shakalaka.
Oh, you had 10 seconds left. If you don't have life insurance, you better contact me.
And yes, okay, oh yeah, for the work that I do, if you need help with investments, with insurances, I'm your guy to talk to because you can trust me because I know how to finish my wine.
Life insurance, life insurance, life insurance.
Don't die broke. Anyways.
Oh, kidding.
All right, so I'll move it on now to Frick.
So you guys actually missed Kristen's comment that she has a first grader that likes to say monster trucks. So y'all need to message her a video of Tyler saying monster trucks. So anyways.
I think she would judge us if we sent that.
I don't think she would because she's friends with me. So no.
So my child up until recently,
Like a month ago?
up until a month ago, when he says monster truck, sounds like monster cock.
He can't say T's. He can't pronounce his T's.
His T's
So,
came out as C's.
T's.
So
And
monster truck was monster cock.
A lot of them are still C's. A lot of his T's are still C's. But
It's very common, actually, and a lot of kids
It
pronounce
is,
it with
and it's
F.
hilarious, and we took advantage of it.
he's making the transition now.
Oh, he's good now.
Big black
but
monster truck.
Big black monster truck.
Well, his name is Tyler, and he used to call himself Kyler.
Kylo Ren?
Yes,
Kylo Ren?
basically, it sounded like Kylo. And I'm like, no, you're not.
But
Kylo Ren.
it was hilarious,
So,
and
yeah.
and he knew it would make everybody laugh.
Well, he
Still does.
He just
So
thought,
he does it still when he's going to leave and
thinks-
we're going to leave
well,
family.
he
He's like
thinks-
monster truck, and we're like,
he thinks that
you're saying truck now.
he thinks that the word monster truck is just funny
He
to
thinks
everyone.
monster truck is
He
funny.
thinks the idea of a monster truck is hilarious.
So we're driving down the road. He's like, white monster truck, and we're like,
Yeah.
It's no longer funny.
And we were in the
black
school.
monster truck.
We were in the school parking lot the other day, and someone started up their truck, and it was a monster truck.
It was a bigger truck.
And it goes vroom when it started up. He goes, "What's that?" And I go, "It's that big truck." He goes, "Monster truck?" And I go, "Yeah." And he starts laughing, and I'm like, "Okay, it's not funny, but all right."
So
All right, okay. Wait, before we lose Frick, let's have her finish up here her segment because we talked about
right.
big white and big black monster trucks here.
Frick, big black monster cock.
I was waiting for her to say that the truck's starting, and she blamed it on my truck the other day. So I was like, well, she's just going to blame all the truck starting, or it's mine.
Oh, but that was
lightning.
That was the first one that was for the first 2 years of his life when he was learning to say monster truck was monster cock.
I keep sliding down on this chair. Jesus.
It's the robe.
It's the robe.
It's the pedicure.
It's the Vietnamese lady underneath her table. We know.
So Frick, were we over on the Patty who we
No, we're still Frick because she didn't get her stuff.
Yeah, it goes to me, right?
So Sony is rumored to be lowering the PS5 prices, trying to follow the Xbox Series X reveal. So they're trying to get in the price point so more people buy PS5s instead of the Xboxes. So
There you go, Brian.
So
now listen, they adjusted those prices, but I will tell you that the specs of the Xbox were a lot nicer. There were some upgrades in the Xbox that looked a lot stronger than the PS.
kind of like, Ford dropped their price by $500, so GMC's or GM decided to put shittier parts in there just to be within the same specs of a Ford. But let's not go there either. So anyways, my name is Erica and I do IT, and yes. Go ahead, guys, you can do your
I'm gonna throw some things out there just like I do for Frack. But for Frick, when you are sitting here trying to get your kids online to go through all of these classes and use all these different portals and all this different crap and yada yada, and you're going through an iPad, a phone, your computer, your laptop, your tablet, and all these different things, when you can't figure that out, you need to hit up Frick. The company is Your Electronic Specialist. Her real name is Erica Warren, and I will happily drink to that. But you need to make sure that you hit up Your Electronic Specialist on Facebook and just hit her up and let her guide you through getting your computer set up the way that you need it to be able to handle the school year and all of the things that are going on.
And vote for me for the best of the best for the Lakeland, because I would really appreciate that.
Oh.
All right, so Paddy Wack, let's shut down because
the clothes are coming off. Like, I'm starting to shut down.
So, and Paddy and Wack, before Frack takes his freaking clothes off.
Put your robe on. Jeez, it's only a robe.
No, take it off. Let's increase
this is the weirdest strip club I've ever been to, where they keep going, put it on, put it on, put it on.
No, I'm totally fine. Take your effing clothes off during my 60 seconds because I'm okay with it. It will increase our viewership right before we get kicked off a Zuckerfuck's fucking farm.
Okay, well, we know how he feels. All right, okay, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Keep your clothes on. Just kidding. Fucking face.
All right, let's shut it down.
Anyways,
I think we are.
Yeah, we are. Paddy and Wack, our company is TBA Marketing. We are actually TJ and Brock. Haha. You're out of wine. Yeah, pour more wine.
Got a half a bottle.
Oh, I like it. Straight out of the bottle. That boy. So our company is TBA Marketing. We specialize in digital marketing and web design, hosting, as well as custom solutions. One of our big focuses right now is for restaurants. A lot of companies are paying a whole lot of money to Bite Squad and Grubhub and others like that who mark up the menu prices about anywhere from 18 to 30%, and then take an additional percentage off as a convenience fee to the restaurant owner. As you know, restaurants are operating in between 0% in New York, 25% in other places, 50% in Polk County, and 75% in other areas. But restaurants are operating at minimal capacity in order to pay their bills, and we offer an e-commerce platform as well as a delivery platform if they have in-house servers that they want to use, or delivery drivers, or third-party delivery drivers if they want to hire on some friends to come in and be delivery drivers for them on any night of the week or the weekend. Our platform is absolutely incredible and rivals those third-party companies, but is 100% set up to be solely for the company that it's being run for, which means when they come to your website, they can do all their online ordering, all of their delivery, all of their e-commerce online ordering, checkout for curbside or pickup or even in-house ordering. And they don't have to give away all of those profits. Which is absolutely wonderful. They could staff a driver that goes out and does the delivery driving for them. So that is what we do. That's one of the platforms one of the custom solutions we're really focusing and helping our restaurant owners. My dad owns Winter Circle Sports Bar in Lakeland, Florida, and that was a pivot that we needed to make, and that's my shout out for him, just because we needed to make that pivot, and we have been we've been servers and bar managers before. We understand that industry, and we want to help our friends and family keep money in their pockets and stay open. So, TJ and Brooke, TBA Marketing, let your awesome out. Yeah, and I made you drink extra. And my quote for the night before we sign off, do you have anybody anything else?
I gotta pee.
Yes.
Yes. Melissa, thank you so much for being here. Frack Paddy Wack.
Give a dog a bone.
Give a dog a bone. Our quote tonight is, today I will not stress over things I cannot control. Moving on through. Bye, everybody.
Love y'all.
Bye.